All righty. Here we are. Yes. I got a funny one to start off with. Whoo! Yes. Let's start it. How are you tonight, Rome? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Still have to figure out how to do a thumbnail and all of that stuff. Make sure this is... The fuck is my phone? There's my phone. I found me phone. I found me phone. It's all right. I found my phone. Make sure this shit is playing. Okay. All right. Screw it. What's up, madam? Let's hear about Brad's wife.
Sponsored by Dash Lane. February 27th.
Have you heard this story yet? Have you heard this story about Brad's wife, Rome? Because, oh dear God, if you have not heard this story about Brad's wife, oh my God.
2017. A woman comes home to deliver her husband some bad news. She has been fired from her job at Cracker Barrel. They gave no notice.
You're gonna love this.
They gave no reason. The husband, Brad, embraces her. A tear rolls down her cheek. Brad's hands tighten into fists. 11 years of service, he whispers under his breath. Nanette, fetch me the computer. No, wait. To say I'm pissed off would be an understatement. After 11 years of service, those lowlifes at Cracker Barrel let my wife go. I would really like to know why. And those of you who know me these days know that I will find out. In the meantime, if any of you would also like to know, please go to their Facebook page and ask them. This old boy is storming. And
Storming.
That'll do it. With that, he put his arm around Nanette, and they fell asleep together on the couch.
This gets so much better. So much better.
A week passes. It's Brad's birthday. Hey, Nanette, has there been any word back yet on why you're fired? This old boy is still storming. She shook her head. Outrageous. Nanette, fetch me the computer again. I'm going to make another Facebook post. Today is my birthday. Why did you fire my wife? Now we wait. Don't forget your cake. Brad squinted his eyes, made a wish, and blew. He put his arm around Nanette, and again,
I guess I was muted. Let me drop that so if James shows up, he can pop up.
They fell asleep together on the couch.
Or anybody else
But that night,
pop up. I don't just watch
as they
the show.
dreamed, something special happened. A miracle of sorts. People started joining in. People saw the post, then semi-sarcastically also began demanding answers. Then more joined in. Then more.
You monsters fired Brad's wife.
Justice for Brad's wife. 11 years. Release Brad's wife.
The template of the joke was simple and spreadable. Promoting desserts, are we? Brad's wife used to love desserts. New item on the menu. Brad's wife would have made it twice as good. Today we remember 9/11. Brad's wife used to love 9. It spread from their Facebook to their Twitter to their Instagram to all.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. What did
What's
I
up?
join?
We're watching Brad's wife.
Just
So
a
Brad,
bunch of.
just literally just random stuff.
Oh,
Liter-
okay.
Just
That's
a
what I
bunch.
was thinking.
Yeah, just
It
random.
seemed pretty random.
Yeah, like I did. Like I have no clear what I'm going to do with this
Path.
channel.
No
Yeah,
clear path.
I've got a couple of weird movies I'm going to show, but tonight it's. I don't know. I fell into this internet historian thing, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna play some of those.
Okay.
But anyway, Brad's wife got fired from Cracker Barrel. Brad wrote a letter on Facebook, and now we're seeing the reckoning come down on Cracker Barrel.
All of their social media platforms. But this wasn't your usual raid by 4chan. This was something different. An army of mostly boomers putting Cracker over the barrel. It was the mums and dads of middle America leading the charge. And Brad was there as the standard bearer. He embraced the meme. "Why did you fire my wife?" he repeated. "Please share," he demanded. Soon there was nothing that Cracker Barrel could post that wouldn't immediately be turned into a discussion about the plight of poor Nanette. As always, a petition is started and goes nowhere. And once that failed, the calls started rolling in.
Hi, I have a quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
Why did you guys fire Brad's wife?
So I guess what I'm asking is if you would just go ahead and hire her back, and then we can just pretend like this whole thing didn't happen.
And what's a good harassment campaign without a soundtrack?
You just fired her on Brad's birthday.
Where's the justice for Brad's wife? If you wanna have your breakfast.
But this was just the beginning. Other companies saw this meme and decided to add fuel to the fire. On social media, they were posting about Brad's wife. In IRL, they were putting up signs promoting Brad's wife. And that prompted the news to get involved.
More teens are having
Coverage from People magazine, The Mirror, Washington Post, Fortune, and many, many, many more. That's when things really started to spread out into the streets. People made posters, signs, and t-shirts. And they even started visiting the restaurant just to ask
Yeah,
about
but you gotta
Brad's
love
wife.
Wendy's chili beans.
Is that what?
Gotta love Wendy's chili beans though, don't you,
Oh.
Ron?
Wendy's chili is good.
Even though
Hello,
you
main
said
girl.
Wendy, but
Hello.
Who's Brad?
Well, Brad's not important, but his wife, they fired her after 11 years of service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
After 11 years. On his birthday.
I heard about that. That
Yep.
was terrible.
Yeah, now there's a wait time in here.
How long?
Oh, it's a long time. Because Brad's wife isn't here.
Brad could see that things were spiraling out of control. He called on the troops not to harass the local chain. The firing was a corporate decision. Good morning. I still have not heard from said company, but I would like everyone to remember that some very good people work for them. So if you want answers, please direct questions to the Home Office. They're the ones who fired my wife. But it did little to temper things down.
You fired Brad's wife? You shall be on fire.
Oh boy.
So in all this time, Brad still hadn't heard back from the company, and we feared that we'd never get answers. But one smooth talker succeeded in getting a few details by pretending to be a manager from the corporate office.
Mush mush.
I got this email from my boss today stating something about Brad's wife. Do you know her personally?
Yes, sir. She was my boss.
Ooh.
And that's when she spilled the beans.
I think it was she was kind of a softie, sir.
Now, from here, we could have just called it a day. But here's the thing about boomer humor. They don't know how to let a joke go.
oh,
Once
That is 100% true.
that is, yeah.
They will not let it go.
something is funny, it remains funny to them for years. And that doesn't spell good news for Cracker Barrel's social media. So, that's what the future holds for Cracker Barrel. Years more of hashtag Brad's wife. But what about for poor Nanette? Well, there's good news. It turns out that a lot of those offers by other businesses to hire Brad's wife weren't entirely sarcastic. 11 years of service? Come on in for an
Wait.
wife weren't
Okay. Okay, come on. That's funny, though.
entirely sarcastic.
That's funny.
11 years of service? Come on in for an interview. Dozens and dozens of real offers started rolling in. Suddenly, Brad's wife had her pick, and she could work pretty much anywhere she wanted. And that, roughly speaking, is where the story ends. You can still visit Cracker Barrel today, and the top comment will still be some dumb shit about firing Brad's wife. But that doesn't matter, because better than an answer, Brad got his wife a new job, and this old boy could finally rest. The storm had passed. Ad time. You go to log into your internet banking. You go to Rick and Valid. You've forgotten your password. What's happened to you?
Passwords trial here.
Safe.
I understand that some of you were mad last time about the.
All right, so that was Brad's wife. What'd y'all think about that one?
Huh.
It's pretty messed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I
And it
love
went
stuff like
everywhere.
that. Let me see. Where was
I don't know if there was any consistency.
Man, I am so disorganized doing this right now. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, I got another one. Okay. And
Poor Brad.
it's following in the vein we did the other night. Furries.
Oh no.
This is the downfall of Tony the Tiger.
Oh boy. Tony the Tiger. I love Tony the Tiger.
You might not look at him the same after this.
Oh no. Don't ruin him.
I don't remember it exactly. Like I watched all of these. I watched after my shoulder surgery, so I was in kind of a
Not a good state. Yeah.
Well, I was in the hillbilly heroin was guiding me. But all right,
Yeah.
let's go with the
You were
fall
under the influence.
hard. Yeah, I was on the strong stuff. All right, so let's see the downfall of Tony the Tiger.
In 2013, the Kellogg's team gave Tony the Tiger his own Twitter. Surely it would be a great success. What could go wrong? Furries.
Ugh.
They're everywhere, and there are many more of them than you think. To the furries, Tony had an allure. It began with a few mild comments.
Not so thick. Tony Senpai noticed me.
Then the comments started to escalate.
Take me, Christ, give me. I feel dead. Only you can make
Tony,
me feel
are
alive.
you a
Daddy
catcher
or a catcher?
Then things went completely off the rails.
Frost my cake. You wanna fuck or not? Fuck me, Dada.
Whoa!
Carve my ass out. My
Whoa!
Pumpkin Daddy, give my ass. You can play with my little steering in my ass. Just you leave it having that for me. I told you your tiny ass all over me. Come and smack me like some birds in your face.
This gets deep.
Sexually harassing Tony the Tiger on Twitter. We are legitimately going downhill really fast.
Of course, it was all a joke.
It's just a prank, bro.
Few, if any, were really fapping to Tony the Tiger. But for a children's mascot, having fucked up shit all over your Twitter feed can be damaging. Things got worse for Tony.
This is spooky.
While he was busy being virtually
Yeah, well, furries ruin shit.
raped.
Yeah.
Finnish artist Jenny Lainonen released a series of parody videos featuring the Frosted Flakes icon. The subject matter of the videos were, well, all sorts of things, but none of them were very kid-friendly. The videos accumulated 2.5 million views, and they received considerable press coverage from Esquire, Adweek, Rogue, and many more. With all of this bad publicity, Tony's reputation was being tarnished. Things were about to get even worse. Mainstream media was starting to notice all of the furry shit on Tony's Twitter. They published dozens of articles, and it was a feedback loop. The more people heard about it, the more people dogpiled on. Literally. Tony was reaching boiling point. He was ready to kick some furry ass. He started laying down the cock block. Every follower and commenter with a furry profile got blocked. The jilted lovers were left scattered and directionless. While some tried to organize a boycott, most took it as an opportunity to make a scene. They gave the controversy a name and sent a hashtag into orbit.
Tony the Tiger Gate. I don't remember it.
It was a total shit show. But while it must have been fun to watch Twitter blow up, the furries now had no daddy. They shopped around for a little while until they found the coolest cat of them all. Cheeto's Chester Cheetah.
Oh, no.
Unlike Tony.
Not Chesto.
Oh, no.
Not
Oh,
Cheetos.
They embraced it. Look at it. They embraced it.
Oh, no.
Chester played it cool. The next day, Kellogg's released an official press statement, but their efforts to calm the crowd had failed. Hundreds of articles were published about the incident, Tony's downfall, and the rise of Chester. It's been a tough few months for Tony, but he still carries on. You can visit his Twitter still today. See him teach kids the value of sports and eating Frosted Flakes, and then scroll down the comments to read.
Yeah, except he went Chester Molester.
Yeah.
A lot of fucked up shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah. I don't want to remember that one.
Yeah, I didn't remember Brad's wife either, but
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm gonna blur that one out of my mind.
Okay, that pulls us up. I gotta learn to put my seat over there so I'm not off kilter. That's gonna come at a different time.
Yeah. But you're totally like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
You may just have to readjust your camera.
Yeah.
Probably better to just readjust your camera.
Let's see. I'll slide it
into your the other direction. That's a little. There you go.
That'll work.
Yeah.
I still lean in though.
Yeah. Yeah. You naturally just lean in.
Yeah.
And it's,
Let's see. Internet historian. Let's watch another from him. Okay. You remember Fallout 76?
I had played Fallout 76.
I did too. Okay. So me and you are going to understand this one a little bit more than the last one. Dun, dun, dun,
I don't think I finished it though.
I don't know anyone that did. I played maybe a month, and it was terrible. But let's see, I'll watch this one, and then I've got one that's on one I've been wanting to watch on this really crazy internet puzzle. But we'll watch this one first.
Okay. No, you gotta present it.
Yeah. It would help. It would help a whole lot if I did that.
Yeah.
It would help a whole lot if I did that. Let's see. Put us there. Present. Share screen. Where does that put? Yeah, it's perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll work right there.
That'll work. Yep.
If you found this tape It means that everyone is dead. Or working at a different office. How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you.
Buckle up, buckaroos. Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76. June 2018. Began with everyone getting just a little hyped up.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Oh God, yes we have, Todd.
I think we have.
Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My God, it was exciting. And they promised we'd know more at E3. E3 hype time. The press conference.
They promised so much.
So much.
So
And then
much.
16 times the detail.
16 times the detail. There's all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the map
It is
size.
4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
My God, it was exciting. November 14th, 2018. The game goes live with a day one patch of 50 gigabytes.
For fuck's sake, I'll see you tomorrow.
But once that's downloaded, people start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh dear Lord, they never fix the bugs. And there are so many of them. Goodbye world, goodbye necks, goodbye body, goodbye heads, bugs, bugs, bugs everywhere.
So many bugs. So many bugs.
Server crashes, game crashes,
Yeah.
old bugs imported from Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time, server's dead. Textures far too texturous, an all-consuming void. Error log 307. Can't pick up stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose, frame rate problems, screen tear problems, getting too swole, getting underneath the map, getting attacked by invisible enemies, spawning too many enemies.
It kind of speaks for itself.
Spawning too many god rays. Also, your camp resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater. Holotapes randomly play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play. Enemy AI is far more A than I. Animations are broken. Surprise! Floating objects and a traveling merchant. Just to name a few. Joseph.
Yeah, I remember like
A few.
a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was able to kill like something that was like at the highest. It was supposed to be like in-game level, and I was able to
Yeah.
kill it in the first like 5 hours in the game just because it had a glitch where it couldn't move. So I would
Yeah.
just run up, shoot it, run back,
Right.
run up, shoot it again.
Vanson has a great video
Yeah.
that documents just the ones that
The
he
game
found
had so
personally.
many bugs.
That video is 3 hours long. But it gets worse. Error CE348780 can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and console operating system. A few PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date rolled over to the 1st of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in other years in an always online game. And a few players were straight up logging into other people's accounts. This guy had a level 78 character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character. Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it. And many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that. And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform. Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it is. Banned for racism. Tread large.
They had no direct outlet for their rage. The only solution was to put a torch to everything else.
Damn.
Reddit, Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad.
It was bad. It was real bad. It was
terrible.
Really terrible. Really terrible.
Oh dear Lord, they hate it. This is so sad. Despacito, play Country Roads.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah.
They destroyed
And the
that
YouTube
song.
community had this to say.
It's really
Yeah, yeah. That's when everybody was using country roads. It was in the Aliens movie. It was everywhere, everywhere.
fucking boring.
Could barely bring myself to play it in order to finish
Oh,
this
no, that
review.
YouTuber!
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video.
Wait, you know that guy?
Yeah, I know that YouTuber. Angry Joe! Angry Joe!
I don't think I know that guy.
Pretty sure it's Angry. I'm pretty sure he goes by Angry Joe. Pretty
I
sure.
don't watch a lot of gaming stuff, so
Yeah, he reviews a
Play
lot
it.
of games. Tons of games.
In order to finish this review.
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video game. I'm not going to subject myself to another 20, 30 hours of this fucking mess.
In short, Fallout 76 is morally, technically, and creatively bankrupt.
The mods on Bethesda forums were working overtime. The mods on Reddit almost gave up. Look, I'm not saying that some people didn't enjoy and have fun with this game. But what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read. So what happened? Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were tight. Too tight. Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's actually a relatively inexperienced division based in Austin, and the scope of the game kept getting bigger.
We're going to need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just
We're
finished.
going to need 16 times the detail.
Please, Todd, no more.
We're going to need 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda creation engine into a multiplayer framework. What else could you expect?
That's why I give my kids Fallout 76.
Well, Bethesda could tolerate the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits. Infinite inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than...
I forget what one of the exploits was that I used that was like all the ammo.
They should. Server hopping for more items,
I think I've heard
infinite
of that
cache,
one.
infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking. The nuclear codes were...
It was like you logged in, put something in the inventory, logged out, logged back in a certain way or something like that, and then there would be 2 of them. So you could do those with cores.
Like duplicate, yeah.
Yeah, just duplicate it.
unencrypted, and you could wall clip into the quest room. And someone was given the curse of infinite invincibility. Naturally, this can really mess with other players' online experience. So Bethesda was ready, with the ban hammer
This just
and a blindfold to wildly flail around and take down anyone who happened by. But Bethesda wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas. They wanted to give a road to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. We would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community. That's right, 500 words on why you're a very naughty boy, and they may just give you your account back. But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused them to reconsider this approach. One more exploit. In all the Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security has to be top-notch, because otherwise, someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items of the game, and it would be an absolute disaster. Well,
see, I don't remember getting into that, but oh my god, this gets so. I think it's when people start demanding the money back.
Shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts. At first, they tried the usual approach, banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent 700 hours just to get the best gun? Die, cheater! Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players. That wasn't much better because people would just start using Smurf accounts. Get in quick with a level 1 account. Get all that good shit. Then get the fuck out. Then use a duplication glitch to get a ton more of those items.
Yeah,
then transfer that stuff to your main account and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game. So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media and among players about how exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure. That said, Bethesda needs to act fast before it ruins the economy of the game. So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, Cheetah. Do you want to tell us how you did it, and we might unban you?
That's funny. let us know how you did it.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen.
No.
Please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. It's not known whether this approach worked, but from what I've seen, it's still possible to get into the dev room. November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release, the game goes on discount. From $60 to $40, to $35, to $30. You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany, they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller.
It is now free to play, I do believe.
Yeah.
I do believe it's 100% free to play now.
Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other products. But to Bethesda, it's worth selling the thing at a price close to zero, because it brings people into the atomic shop, which is where the real margins are, and it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those. The latest figures show 76 sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although, what's the point of a hard copy when the thing is just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem an online code? And while sales are low, returns are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam, it's on Bethesda's own platform, so they have all the control. If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However, it came out that people were sometimes getting refunds after a full 24 hours of play. Quite generous, but then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds. And their response? Shut it down, lads. No one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over. Robot customer service man engage.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience.
A few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Oh, rage, real rage.
Yes, that's full on rage right there. Full on.
Oh.
That's kind of how I felt about it. I was like, $60, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
GameStop is Brian. How can I help you?
A bit of an overreaction, but probably also fake. Second, the media. And third, a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal. November 27th, 2018. Miglatio and Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that. Their main argument is that it's a sometimes unplayable game owing to its technical problems, then they're refusing refunds, and that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it anyway and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state. Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed on the second channel. Ad time. Look, there's a meteor. Do something. Not dark. What's on your world's free storing toilet paper? Let's rewind a little bit. Fallout.
Yes, here it goes into the duffel kerfuffle. I had a buddy of mine that bought all of that stuff. He was pissed about this.
Oh,
so pissed.
Fans made their pre-orders, and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor Edition. Wow.
Whoa.
It came with a helmet, box, map, army toys, and a genuine West Tech canvas bag. Fast forward to the release. And customers noticed that their precious bags, which are supposed to be made of the finest canvas in the land,
Yummy.
look a bit different.
Bruh.
In fact, it looks like a carry bag the real bag should come in.
Bruh.
Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they did.
Can't do that.
Multi-billion-dollar companies
So there
do
was
that.
a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, customer service is absolutely over it. They are done with the facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
That's the whole email. Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore. Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wow. Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Okay, guys, this is a bit of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage.
That was the quartering.
Yeah, I know that was Jeremy, and then that was
Quartering.
Hills v Babyface. I knew him from he used to do WoW streams back when I was playing WoW, but I think he quit too.
What do we do? Well, we've got this in-game currency. Let's just give them the minimum amount of that. Fantastic idea. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency that you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms? Fuck yeah! What are you going to do with your atoms? I'm going to buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor. Whoa! What about you? Light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate. Fuck the bag. He's right. Fuck the bag. Light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood. Of course, this was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
It even became part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their Kirk.
It's a fantastic way to get around playing that song.
Yeah.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the bags. A shortage of material, apparently. That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the canvas bag, except they gave them all out to influencers. Oh dear. It's not the same one, of course, but it's sourced from that ever-scarce material, canvas.
That rare fiber called canvas.
Yep.
But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game. If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop, for 700 atoms. Ooh, just short. Well, the bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate. Alright, fine. We'll make your precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your name, personal details, address, etc., etc. And we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months. But it doesn't quite end there. Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public. In fact, people can open and close and change them at will. Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and more. If you've requested your canvas bag, you've just been doxxed.
Oof.
Damn.
Oof. And it gets worse.
It gets worse. How can it get worse?
Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and temporarily shuts down the whole website. And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle.
Ooh.
How could this have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of merch, a rum drink.
This is how it gets worse right here.
Nuka-Cola Dark. Pre-orders available in September. Shipped out on November 14th. $80 plus postage and handling. Not cheap. But in return, you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf. A great conversation piece with the family over Thanksgiving. Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum.
No rum.
Okay. A week later, on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say. The usual Fallout standard. All of this just works. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard. So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered, but as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video for you. And this is where things went from tardy to retardy. Right there. Did you catch that? That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell. We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic shell? People were not happy. Look at that ratio. Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell. Super premium, we were promised.
That's actually a small ratio compared to the ratios today.
For a plastic shell, people were not happy. Look at that.
I think Disney gets worse ratios. But
ratio.
Yeah,
Nothing
but that's
in the market.
Bethesda, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy for Bethesda.
Being said that it was a plastic shell. Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed. People began cancelling their orders. Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually costs us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one. Then what the fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design. Convincing stuff. So it arrives, just a few days before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The oversized lip means liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing.
Oof. Oof.
Wow.
Spilled like half the shot.
Very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic. Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker. Some made their own at home and the quality was about on par.
Damn.
But look, if you do want a decent version of this product, there are reputable sellers of them. They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper and they actually give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this were pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake.
Sorry.
Or that customers were at fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree. All of the marketing shows other glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frosted glass than plastic. They give plenty of descriptions of the product too, and not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own product reviews with a bunch of 5 stars.
Dang.
Embrace democracy or you will be eradicated. Communism is a temporary setback on the road to freedom. Okay.
Huh.
Okay. Smooth taste. I doubt it was smooth tasting. I doubt it was smooth at all. I bet that was some rot gut.
This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them out for it. So they deleted them. You can see all this activity on the Wayback Machine. Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda merch store. Some of these items are pretty neat. That's cool. Good idea. I'd have that. Fallout 76 pant. Singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly on social media. But does the $76 and $276 really make it more immersive? And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch and you don't have an iron? Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, good job, print? Now that's surprising. And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly.
They were sold out of triple X. They were sold out of the 3X sizes.
Yeah, one of those, please, but bigger and brown. Is that so hard? Let's get back to the game. December 2018. There are 2 new patches released that caused quite a stir. For good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk.
That was something in the beginning of the game. I used to wear my headphones like this right here.
Yeah.
And would have sound coming out of my speakers and then just use the mic. And I did that for World of Warcraft. I did it for, that was pretty much the main thing, but I did like World of Warcraft and Discord and never had any problems with it. I went in there and started doing it. And for some reason, the mic was super hot to everything.
No.
But it also brought in field of view sliders. Hooray! Increased stash capacity from 400 pounds to 600 pounds, and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray! They decreased the carry weight of bobby pins so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
There were also upgrades to the camp that allowed for easier construction, and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray! The bad. A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs. They generally made the game grindier. Ammo production was decreased. Fusion cores burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard, I'll fuck you up.
And the backlash was significant because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it. To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop. And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous. A Christmas tree for $12, a Santa outfit for $20, blue and yellow paint for $18. Oh look, $3 for the same sweater vest and slacks item imported from Fallout 4. But the biggest offense of all was the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas-themed emotes. Twice the price of these games. The media agreed that these were egregious prices. But worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices too. Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They're artificially jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal, here in Australia at least, in Canada and in the EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this and pointed it out. Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco. The new camera item that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time. Heck, No Man's Sky was a surprising comeback. So, maybe Bethesda can do it too. But for now, Todd returns to cryostasis, hiding in his bunker until the bombs of outrage stop falling, and returning only when it's time to get our hopes up once again.
Yeah, that game was trash. Trash.
So bad.
All right. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Plug yourself for, I don't even know who's watching right now, but if anybody's watching, plug yourself, James.
Okay. For anybody that's watching, my channel's name is James Life Talks. That's James with a like apostrophe Life Talks, and then you can find that on YouTube, Rumble, and also Twitch, and you can find that on X as well. And then I have a second channel named James Gaming, which you can find on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. Now the James Gaming also has the applying like the apostrophe as well. So, but you have to put in just at James Gaming 225 will be easier to find. I think it's right. Hold on, let me just double check. I think it's 225. Yeah, 225 at James Gaming 225. That's the easier way to find it. As far as the gaming one, I got some videos I'm getting up there. I was gonna get 2 up today as far as the gaming one, but yeah, I only got the 1 up there today. Got 4 subs now on my gaming.
Oh, you got more subs? What are you up to? Like 200 now?
Well, on the main channel I'm up to 172, but the gaming channel I got now 4 subs on my gaming channel. I just gained a sub. I guess Rome went over there and subbed up to my gaming channel.
Heck yeah.
I'm assuming.
Rome.
It was 3, then it went to 4 all of a sudden.
Rome is the bee's knees. She's the cat's meow. The cat's pajamas.
Meow.
There's a lot of things that go with the cats. Cat's pajamas, cat's meow. Wait, is that it? Cat.
I do not know.
Okay, let's get back to the perverts.
Okay.
Came across this one last night and I thought, oh shit.
Yeah.
Meow. Meow. No, Rome is awesome. She's I don't know if she's one of Josh's mods. I know she's Buff's mod. And this lady is fast-witted. Got to watch out for her, James. She's fast-witted.
Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a good thing.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to be hanging out with no dumb women. We got enough.
Okay.
We got enough of them dumb women down here in the South, man. We got to get one of them there smart women like that there Rome. Get that there Rome.
We got smart women down here in the South.
I don't know, man. They can't point and click quick as she can. She's got the fastest point and click all on. Then she go dang on down. There it is. Boom.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. Does she?
All right. Okay, so when I saw this, I had no idea what this was, but this entertained me immensely. Immensely.
In March of 2013, a group of Tumblr users come up with a brilliant idea. DashCon, a convention specifically for and by Tumblr users. This is their story.
Not sure what Tumblr, let me look up Tumblr real quick, because I'm not sure still to this day what Tumblr is. Don't know. Don't know. Looks like some kind of blog thing. Anyway.
DashCon.
Yeah, I've
hosted
heard
the Renaissance
Tumblr, but I
Marriott
don't
in
care
Chicago.
for it.
Wait, what's that?
I've heard of Tumblr, but I don't care for it. So.
I thought it was like a gay dating site based on what we're gonna watch.
Chicago. Only $65 for the weekend. Epic panel lineup. Welcome to Night Vale reading. LGBTQIP2SAA+.
See right there?
Yeah, I was in Hong Kong playing ping pong and ding dangs.
I was in Hong Kong playing ping pong and ding dang.
Massive ball pit. Steam-powered giraffe live show. The Baker Street Babes. And friendly memes? You bet. Expect 5,000 people. We'll see you there.
5,000.
Whoosh.
Wow.
Here comes Friday and a big fat serving of reality. About 500 people show up at 9 a.m., but nothing is scheduled until 1 p.m., so people just wait around for the next 4 hours.
So at what point did you decide that this is what you wanted to do with your life?
I didn't. It was kind of
The thug life chose you?
Turns out steam-powered giraffe cancelled months ago. Sorry. If you bought special tickets, no refunds though. Lol. Check out the games room. 1 TV, 1 console.
That's what that's from. I haven't seen that in a while. That's a fun that was I saw their movie before that one, the horror movie that they made in the what was it? Can't remember what it was called. But it was such a letdown after seeing Super Troopers. But if you watch those movies a couple of times, they get funnier. Super Troopers was just so funny.
Yeah, it does. After a couple times.
Remember they had had Bill Paxton, and he was singing Pina Colada Berg instead of Margaritaville.
Was that in the first one or the second one?
No, that was in Broken Lizards. I can't remember. Let me see.
Oh, not Super Trooper. Okay. I know there's some crazy stuff in Super Trooper.
Let's see what their second movie was called, because it's going to bother me. I'm going to sit here and worry about it all night. Club Dread.
Club Dread.
Yeah, that's where they made the comedy about that. Yeah, Club Dread. Yeah, of course. I should have just hung out and chat for a second. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming from her. Why did I look it up myself? All right, here we go. Back to the perverts.
Perfect for up to 7,000 people. Here's that ball pit you were looking forward to.
Free Palestine! Death to Israel! Death to Israel!
Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy.
Yeah.
Whoa, boy.
Free Palestine!
Whoa, boy.
Overall, it's a pretty fucking slow day.
Okay, so you're dressed up as the Batman movie shooter. What made you choose this costume? What made you decide to dress up as the Prime Minister of Israel to this convention?
Whoa, boy.
Dress for the job you want.
Then by 9 p.m.,
seeing a theme. Seeing a theme.
Disaster strikes. The bill for the venue hasn't even been paid. The hotel wants it immediately or the doors will be shut and the convention is over.
I'm here at DashCon. Coffee getting hangs out. Unless everyone in this room can accumulate $17,000.
Broken Lizard. What's Broken Lizard?
That's the comedy. That's what they call themselves, the comedy troupe, where they do. They did Super Troopers, Slim & Salmon, Club Dread. All those movies are made from. They call themselves a comedy troupe. Like there was the State in the 90s. There was the State, Kids in the Hall, where you'd have like a comedy troupe, and they would write amongst themselves and then make a movie amongst themselves. And man, I wish I could show Brain Candy on here, but I know that would get hit because it's
a popular movie.
Well, it's not that it's a popular movie. It's just it's SNL related, so it would get hit immediately. I know anything Comedy Central or NBC related gets hit quick. The State was hilarious. The State. Oh yeah, the Whitest Kids You Know. They were a comedy troupe that did stuff like that. Anyway, back to the perverts. They need $17,000 by tonight. It is extortion. Rest in peace, Trevor Moore. And may you smile at us from heaven and one day get your Comedy Central overlords to let us play your songs on stream without striking us.
But they raised the money, and the con continues. Saturday, artists and stallholders who paid $150 each for their tables aren't selling anything because their customers just donated all of their cash. Tumblr's turned on the convention completely.
The destruction of this
Convention.
is dedicated to all of the women whose
Bank account.
have been ruined and ruled by it.
Money. Donate to PayPal.
They call DashCon a scam and try to have certain events shut down. Mark Does Stuff, a gay Hispanic panelist,
Hi, I'm Mark.
is sent death threats because they think he's a straight white male who's misappropriating the gay for...
Just imagine that, James. A gay dude shows up and people protest because they think he's not gay.
They question his gayness.
Oh, yeah, but it gets worse.
The profit. Pacific Rim is illegally played to an audience of 100. Tumblr sends tweets to Del Toro to get them in trouble. The Dr. Horrible sing-along blog sing-along is cancelled due to copyright concerns.
Yeah.
Then, the main event. As long as we get to see a live reading from Welcome to Night Vale, it'll all be okay.
What is Welcome to Night Vale?
I have no idea.
Oh, shit. Welcome to Night Vale. Okay, it's a... What? It's a twice monthly podcast in the style of community updates for the small desert town of Nightville. Okay, so it's a fake show. Yeah, a fake show. Actually sounds interesting.
We're here for the live reading of Welcome to the Night Vale. It is 12:50 right now, and they're still not here. Okay, so basically, Night Vale just walked.
What?
We're all gonna try together, okay? So 1, 2.
While everyone is still sitting in that room waiting for the show to start, they changed the rules on the website so that there are no refunds. But don't worry, there's a silver lining. Everyone who paid extra to see Welcome to Night Vale is entitled to a free extra hour in the ball pit.
This is what your 17,000.
You get a free hour in that ball pit.
Okay,
That ball pit. You get a free hour in that ball pit. Any guesses? Do you have any guesses on what's going to start happening in that ball pit, James?
I don't want to guess.
You just guessed in your head.
$1,000 went to.
And with that, a meme is born.
Ready for this one? Jump in the pit.
$17,000 ball pit. Ooh.
This one's just.
By the early afternoon, the vendors pack up and leave. Some shitty panels happen.
LGBT Q&A, where they gave us too small of a table and not enough chairs. So pansexual, polysexual, omnisexual, fluid.
Because again...
Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. That's a lot of sexuals.
Chairs. So pansexual, polysexual, omnisexual.
What?
Fluid.
Because again, they don't have any cash, they're giving out free hotel mints as prizes. The teenage...
Whoa, boy. Yeah.
Teenage unpaid helpers who are promised free meals
I'm not
until
paying it no
the
mind. I'm
evening
just
go hungry.
You know,
There's a full-on organizer meltdown, and
okay.
Tumblr finds out that the main artwork used for the convention is in fact stolen copyright material. By the evening, the unthinkable happens. The ball pit starts to deflate,
oh no.
and someone pisses in it. Sunday, the ball pit is taken away. Also, Tumblr finds out that Random Acts, a charity that Dashcon claims to be partnered with, isn't in fact partnered at all, which means, by the way, they've just been pocketing the money. The organizers host an official apology panel.
Part of that is on us. There was a lot of mistakes made on a lot of different people's parts, and we take full responsibility for the parts that were us. We are first timers, but we intend to learn from our mistakes to make 2015 even better.
Here's a quick summary of that.
So they're oh no, we'll tell them now. So
I blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
And everything is closed by 1 p.m. Since Dashcon, there have been many rumors online that the whole thing was an out-and-out scam. So I did some detective work to see whether it was true. I think what I found proves that even if the staff didn't set out to scam people, they did opportunistically steal and lie. Prepare for some high-quality autism.
This is good right here because the guy goes to the math of this.
Did you say high quality autism?
High quality autism, buddy. He's about to speak your language.
Okay.
Dashcon had a written agreement to pay $40,000 plus some change to the Renaissance Hotel Marriott. They paid $20,000 before the thing began, so they had a balance of $20,000 still remaining.
It was.
They told the hotel that 5,000 to 7,000 people would be attending, and could they please pay as the door sales came in. As a financially risky move, the Marriott agreed verbally, but not in writing. On the first day, the hotel sees at most 1,000 people. They know that Dashcon's door sales are fucked, so they enforce immediate payment as per their written contract. Dashcon does not have the funds. And here's where it gets interesting. Dashcon claims they only have $3,000 in cash. So at 9 p.m., Dashcon staff gather everyone into one room to beg for the remaining $17,000. Let's do a head count. 33, 129, 120, maybe another 33 here in case there are people on the margin, and we'll add 10% to be generous. It's unlikely that there are more than 350 people in this room. Now, we know they reached their goal.
Almost got shut down.
Really?
We need to raise $17,000.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Did you do it?
We did it in under an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
They received donations by PayPal and cash, but only a small fraction in cash. Let's be generous and say 1/10 of the room at most. You can see people donating in the footage, and it's probably much less. So even if each cash donor is giving $20, which again, generous, that's only $700 total. Therefore, the other $16,000 or so is in electronic payments. Now let's look at this leaked list of transactions. Hold on. They made most of their payment in cash, almost $12,000. But they only could have got $700 from the donors, and they only had $3,000 in cash. So where did the rest of it come from? It's door sales revenue, not donations, meaning they lied about only having $3,000 in the first place. They actually had at least $10,000. Now, here are the transactions that come from the PayPal MasterCard. Let's take that from the total owed, and what we get is the following. In a best case scenario, of the donated $17,000, at most, they spent less than $7,000 keeping the place open. They spent over $2,000 on themselves and their own accommodation. And the remaining $9,000 or so, they pocketed. Also, they're liars.
Because I was on stage for an hour in front of 5,000 people in a room.
Is there 5,000 people here?
Riot.
That looked like a riot to you, James?
Pretty sure it is.
I don't know, man. They're singing "We Are the Champions."
Back to my post.
But there's one last thing I want to touch on. As part of the merchandising, an official DashCon DVD is listed. And it's possible that a copy exists out there somewhere.
It
and I
doesn't. I've
need to
looked.
find it.
I've looked.
So I want to put a $100 bounty out for anyone who might have a copy. It doesn't need to be the physical DVD, just a copy of the file itself.
You looked for a copy?
The hunt is on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you looked for a copy?
Yeah. After I watched this last night, and I was like, huh, that would be neat if I could find that content to show. Shit. I am not good at this. So bring, nope, that's not right. That's right. There it goes. Did I just kick you, James? Did I kick you?
No, I did that.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Sorry about that, man.
That's with the wrong setting. I'm tired. I messed with the wrong.
Ghosty's doing the theology panel. Oh, she's on the panel.
I think now you could probably hear me a little bit better. I got switch.
Yeah,
on my
yeah, I
mic.
hear you. Yeah, you're a lot clearer now.
It was on my camera before. Now it's on my headset.
Let's see. The Y files. Yeah, I want to watch the Y files.
This episode of the Y.
All right. Am I sharing that? Yeah, I'm sharing it. Awesome. I'm already sharing it. Okay, so this one is messed up, but not like pervert messed up. This one just doesn't really make much sense. Yes, Hecklefish. All right.
iFiles is brought to you by
Start this. I'm going to feed my cat and then I'll be right back.
Aura. Early in the morning of January 4th, 2012, a strange message appeared on the internet. Just a few lines of text on a black background posted anonymously.
Hello. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. There is a message hidden in this image. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck. 3301.
Many speculated that it was a recruiting tool for the NSA, the CIA, MI6, or even the Masons. But who was really behind this? And what was its purpose? And did it even have a purpose? Whether it did or not, it didn't matter. Because when you post a puzzle on the internet looking for highly intelligent people, that's a challenge that's simply impossible to resist. So the hunt for Cicada 3301 was on. Yeah, he's got about 6 months left on his contract, and I wanted to see if there's a way that I can get him out sooner. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of complaints about him. Let me call you back.
Presto, human! I have made you appear on my screen.
I thought you were coming in this week.
Oh, no, I'm at the... Hang on. Hello? You have reached the Great Goldini.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moriarty. This is Susan with Best Bowl Solar. I'd like to offer you a free quote for solar panels for your bowl. You can save dozens of dollars per year.
Nope, I don't own. I rent. Take me off your list.
Velcro told me to tell you hello, Rome. I don't know what that means, but she said, tell Rome hello.
Where was I? Okay, Gertie and I are at Magic Camp.
Magic Camp?
Oh, yeah. I need to practice my... Hang on. Hello? You have reached the Great Goldini.
This is the IRS. You owe back taxes. We need you to send us 3 Best Buy gift cards, or we'll have to arrest you.
Can't be me. I don't pay taxes. Taxes are theft. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So I'm working on my Presto dictation.
Prestidigitation.
Hey, what did I say? So I can't come in this week. I need a few more days at Magic Camp to perfect my sleight of fin. And I'm trying to get Gertie to hold still for the sortie assistant and a half trick. I gotta find a way to hide that hump.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way that you
You
can.
know if they make Spanx for camels?
I don't think so, but
Hang on. Hello? You have reached the Great Goldini.
Hi, Mr. Moriarty. This is Brandon from Save the Whales.
Uh-oh.
Would you be interested in making a small donation today?
Absolutely
Is this the commercial?
not. My Uncle Horace spent 10 days trapped in the belly of a whale, and now wherever he swims, he has to keep the lights on. So you take your whales and stick them right up.
Whoa.
Sorry. No, thank you. Take me off your stupid list now, immediately, right this second, you sick son of a.
Whoa! This is ridiculous. You need to get Aura. They can stop all these spam calls.
Aura, are they sponsoring us again?
Yep. Aura can identify data brokers that are selling your info antivirus one of these tentacles. So trial.
Pretty out of this.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're probably
It's
not.
okay, baby. It's
Camel lube and what?
Goldini out. Am I still here?
You are.
Goldini out. You see me?
Yep.
Goldini out. Still?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna need a few more days at Magic Camp to work on that.
You're supposed to be here this week.
Goldini out.
By far one of the I love that channel so much. Love that channel. All right, so James, you hear me, buddy? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was muted.
This gets weird. And I mean like not pervert weird, nothing like that. Just this is weird. This is like, what the hell? This is that kind of weird.
Yeah.
On
You watched the
January
weird stuff.
4th, 20.
I love weird stuff, man. I love it. I love it. Here we go.
2012, the first puzzle was posted on 4chan by a self-identified group called 3301. The post was simply an image with text.
There is a message hidden in this image. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us.
The puzzle was open to anyone and everyone. As you solve each clue, you move on to the next level. The image that was posted on 4chan was the first clue. Solvers tried various methods to extract the secret message. Some used Photoshop to view the pixels. They applied different filters and techniques to see what could be hidden in the image. But the solution to the puzzle wasn't visual, it was plain text. When an image is opened in a text editor, it looks like nonsense, strings of characters and symbols. But to a computer, these symbols make sense. It's a binary format representing pixel placement, color information, metadata, and all kinds of other stuff. And when the 3301 image was opened in a text editor, there was a string of characters at the end of the file. Because of the repeating characters and the name Tiberius Claudius Caesar, people quickly and correctly guessed the message was encoded with a Caesar cipher. A Caesar cipher works by shifting the letters of the alphabet a fixed number of places down or up. You choose a shift value, for example, 3, and for each letter in the original text, replace it with the letter that's located 3 positions down. If you reach the end of the alphabet, you wrap around to the beginning. For example, using a shift value of 3, A becomes D, B becomes E, C becomes F, and so on. The Caesar cipher is easy to crack with modern methods and isn't considered secure, but it's historically significant and often used as a basic introduction to cryptography. Such was the case with the first puzzle.
It would have tricked me. It would have tricked me immediately. I'm no good at cracking codes. No good.
When the message was decoded with a shift of 4 places, the result was a URL, which turned out to be another image.
Oops. Just decoys this way. Looks like you can't guess how to get the message out.
The participants hit their first wall. Opening this image in a text editor showed nothing. Turned out that the image contained 2 key words that hint at how to get the real message out. The words guess and out. Those keywords indicated you needed to run the image through OutGuess, a small application used for...
See, right here, James. That's why you got to watch out for Rome. She heard Tiberius, and she immediately went James Tiberius Kirk. You got to watch out for her, man.
James Tiberius Kirk.
She ain't quick like them Southern ladies, man. She's quick. She's real quick. I mean, she ain't dumb like them. Oh shit! I see. I'm so dumb.
What does James Tiberius Kirk mean?
Oh, James. That's Captain Kirk.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
his first name was James.
Yeah, James
And the middle name was
Tiberius Kirk.
Tiberius? Oh.
For steganography. Throughout this complicated scavenger hunt, outguess would become a favorite tool of Cicada 3301.
Didn't know what his first
Steganography
name and
is
middle
his
name
message,
was.
image, or
I just
file
knew Kirk was his
within
last
another
name.
message, image, or file. Unlike encryption, which scrambles data so that it's unreadable without the correct key, steganography conceals the fact that a secret message exists at all. Imagine you have a digital photo and you want to hide a text message in it. You could subtly change the color values of certain pixels to encode the text. To anyone looking at the image, it appears normal, but someone who knows where and how to look could extract the hidden message. Outguess revealed a page on Reddit and a different clue, a book cipher. Book ciphers are almost impossible to crack without the book, but 3301 knew how to give us just enough information to keep us hooked, and people were hooked. So when solvers finally made it to Reddit, they realized that Cicada 3301 was just warming up.
Yeah, right there. That's what the T stands for. And James T. Kirk. It's not James Tranny Kirk. It's James Tiberius Kirk. You're just stuck on it being James, aren't you?
When the image of the duck was processed with outguess, it revealed a URL
Quack.
And a book cipher. A book cipher is a type of encryption where the key to deciphering the code is a specific text, such as a book or article. Each word or letter in the secret message is replaced by a coordinate that points to its location in the chosen text. For example, if the word apple is found on page 42, line 5.
I love that. Was it last night or night before last? JS or Josh was like, I don't get the quack joke. I don't get the quack joke, y'all.
Word 3 of the book, you'd replace apple in your message with the coordinates 42, 5, 3. The Beale ciphers are a set of 3 ciphertexts that supposedly reveal the location of $43 million of hidden treasure somewhere in Bedford County, Virginia. They were first published in 1885, and the second.
That's my. I'm pretty sure that's my neck of the woods, or at least somewhere close.
Yeah, it was. Let's see. Let me run it back a second.
That's
Bedford County, Virginia. It's at least your state or your area.
Yeah, it's at least my state, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in my neck of the woods.
Might have a lot of money out there, man.
Supposedly reveal the location of $43 million of hidden treasure somewhere in Bedford County, Virginia. They were first published in 1885, and the second text was actually decoded using the Declaration of Independence.
My bad. I just assumed you were a mod everywhere.
Huh?
I was talking to Rome. She said she's not a mod on Josh's channel. And I just assumed she was.
The other 2 texts are still a mystery, but over 100 years later, people are still looking.
43 mil keeps you motivated.
Oh, Bedford
It
was
does.
somewhere near me.
So to decode 3301's book cipher, we'll need the book,
I'll
which
say I'll
can be
follow her,
found
but it's
on Reddit. But when you got to the page on Reddit, it was full of
definitely
posts
my
with
neck of the
encrypted
woods.
titles. There was also an odd image in the header. Even the page had a title that looked like random characters. But by now, everyone knew there was nothing random about it. There were also several lines of text and 2 additional images. Using outguess on the welcome mat image gives us this.
From here on out, we will cryptographically sign all messages with this key. It is available on the MIT key servers. Patience is a virtue. Good luck. 3301.
This information was
okay. So this right here, this PGP stands for pretty good protection. I've used those before, and
Do they protect?
Yeah, very good. I don't use them anymore, but yeah, I used to.
Used to, yeah.
Used to.
This is a virtue. Good luck. 3301.
This information was extremely important to the people following the clues. There were a lot of imposters popping up pretending to be Cicada 3301. But because 3301 implemented PGP encryption, new messages could be authenticated. PGP stands for Pretty Good Privacy, and this is an encryption system
Oh, privacy. I thought it was protection, but
Yeah, you got it wrong.
I was close. I was close.
Use close. Close. Does close count? Can we count
No,
close?
no, not on this one. No, because somebody's gonna go. Well, actually, Caldy. No, actually, Caldy. It stands for privacy because privacy and protection is not the same thing. Meh.
used for
Anyone want to
sending
go
emails and sensitive.
and say
What's
that?
What's up?
Anyone want to say that?
Don't know.
Probably not.
Files. How it works is you create two keys. One is public, which you share with everyone. The other is private, which only you have. So if someone wants to send you a secure message, they encrypt it with the public key that you shared, and then you use your private key to decode the message. 3301 would encrypt all their clues going forward, like the clue hidden in the second image, which was a stereogram, which is an optical illusion that creates a 3D image when viewed in a specific way. This stereogram kind of looked like the Holy Grail.
Cute.
And this image also contained a secret message.
The key has always been right in front of your eyes. This isn't the quest for the Holy Grail. Stop making it more difficult than it is. Good luck. 3301. Holy Grail.
The subreddit also contained many lines of what appeared to be encrypted text. The question that everyone faced was, which cipher method had to be used, and how do you find the key? The hidden message provided a hint. The key was literally in front of your eyes. It was the image in the header. Those symbols are actually Mayan numbers. The title translates to,
Kokis Mira Thosat Nabka.
what are you talking about?
The clue. I'm gonna solve this one.
Okay, what is it?
Kokis Mira Thosat Nabka.
Yeah,
It's a Mayan word for something, right? A Mayan word for goat kiss.
no. The letters make up a...
The Mayan word for lettuce.
No, they make up
The
a...
Mayan word for makeup.
No, it's a key.
The Mayan word for key.
It's not a Mayan word. It's an encryption key.
Okay. Don't get your panties in a wad. Key to what?
Remember the subreddit was full of posts with encrypted titles? It was determined that they were encoded with a Vigenère cipher, which is another letter-shifting encryption technique. Vigenère encoded text needs a key. The string of letters made from the Mayan numbers was that key. Without the key, decoding a Vigenère encrypted message is almost impossible. Even with the key, it would take a long time. And if you miss just one letter, you end up with meaningless texts. So your translation has to be perfect. But there's no reason to do it manually. It takes a lot of processing power, but computers can eventually guess most Vigenère keys. But if you already have the key, computers can easily decode the message. There are even websites to help you do this. The decoded text was from Thomas Bulfinch's mythology. This was a classic work based on the tales of King Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table, and their hunt for the Holy Grail.
Holy shit. How did they know that was the book?
So now the solvers knew the book that was needed to decode the book cipher. But this time it wasn't a message or a web page or an image. It was a phone number.
Phone number.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you, man, this is one of the weirdest things I've come across.
At first, people thought Cicada 3301 was just an online troll pumping out puzzles to waste everyone's time. But there was just too much work put into it. Whoever was behind the puzzles was someone with computer skills and advanced knowledge in cryptography. So the duck image led to a book code and a page on Reddit. And the page on Reddit led to two more images, Mayan numbers, and the book cipher. And the book was about King Arthur's quest for the Holy Grail.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Now we can use the book code mentioned in the outguessed message from the initial image. A book code encodes each letter with two numbers, the line number and the character index in the line. By applying the book code to the text, we get the following text string.
Call us. The telephone number 214-390-9608.
When the book cipher revealed a phone number in Austin, Texas, codebreakers thought they'd finally learn who was behind Cicada 3301.
Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye.
No answers, just another clue. Cicada 3301 was a series of intricately woven puzzles. Each puzzle got progressively more complex, but future puzzles often referred back to earlier ones, indicating this entire process was thought out well in advance. The length of the scavenger hunt also weeded out casual participants. Only those with patience would continue. It was natural selection. Solvers went back to the original image, looking for anything that would indicate a prime number. Outguess revealed nothing. Scanning the image with Photoshop and other forensic tools also provided no help. People counted the characters and the spaces in the text. They converted the characters to ASCII. They ran the text through every cryptography algorithm.
I have no idea what ASCII is, but okay.
You could think of, and still nothing. But like many of the Cicada puzzles, the answer was hidden in
ASCII, ASCII. I'm betting. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm hearing it.
plain sight. The original image looks like a square, but keen observers noticed it wasn't a perfect square. The image was actually 509 pixels wide by 503 pixels tall. 509 and 503 are prime numbers.
What? How do you figure that out?
Multiply 509 by 503 by 3301, and you get 845,145,127. Just like the
math.
It's
I
not
have
only,
no idea.
yeah, it's not only fancy math, it's problem solving abilities.
Voicemail said, and that's where we see the infamous Cicada image for the first time. Under the image was a timer, and it was counting down. When the countdown reached 0, the timer was replaced with a list of coordinates, 14 locations in 5 countries all over the world, with an invitation to find the location nearest you. Up until now, the puzzles existed exclusively on the internet, but now Cicada 3301 was going out into the real world. The list of 14 locations around the world indicated that Cicada 3301 was a global organization, or a handful of people with the time and money to create complex puzzles and travel the globe. But by taking the next round of puzzles into the real world, Cicada created another filter. In order to move forward, not only did you have to be excellent at cryptography, you had to have the means to travel to one of the locations provided, and only the most committed could proceed. At each of the coordinates was a poster containing the Cicada image and a QR code. Scanning the QR code resulted in a link to another JPEG file. Like before, running the image through Outguess revealed secret text.
A poem of fading death, named for a king, meant to be read only once and vanish. Alas, it could not remain unseen.
The image also included a warning.
You've shared too much to this point. We want the best, not the followers. Thus, the first few there will receive the prize. Good luck. Good luck, 3301.
Considering the difficulty of the puzzles and the
I'm still, I don't get any of these puzzles, but this is amazing to me. Amazing. Amazing.
Man, I'm tired. I can't think of his name. I think it's time for me to go to bed.
Really?
Yeah, I keep on falling asleep.
All right, buddy.
But well, y'all have a good one.
See you, my friend.
Yeah, I keep on. Have a good one.
We're gonna play some weird stuff here in a minute.
I'll stay tuned in to weird stuff, but I'm just gonna lay down.
All right. You have a good one, buddy.
Yeah, I'll try to. You too.
the mystery surrounding them, it was only natural that people were talking and sharing information and collaborating. If you didn't live near one of the Cicada locations, you almost had no choice but to ask for help. But Cicada 3301 was clearly watching, and if you got caught teaming up, you'd be out. And it didn't take long to identify the text referred to by the last clue. It was the poem Agrippa by cyberpunk novelist William Gibson. Agrippa is a very Cicada type of poem. It was originally distributed on floppy disk, and after you read the poem, it encrypted itself.
Meant to be read only once.
Solving the book code resulted in another URL. But this one was different, a .onion extension. Onion routing makes the data's source and destination.
Yeah, .onion. That's why it was PGP encryption, because it was an onion. Yeah, that's why.
Untraceable by encrypting the data multiple times, like the layers of an onion. Onion pages aren't accessible with a regular web browser. You need a specialized browser designed specifically to access pages hosted on the Onion Router network, or Tor network. In other words, the dark web. When most people think of the dark web, they imagine a place full of illegal activities, a place where people can buy and sell drugs, weapons, and worse. And it's true, those things exist on the dark web, but that's only a small fraction of what's there. The dark web is actually a part of the deep web, which is all the unindexed parts of the internet, including private databases, email accounts, and subscription services. In fact, most of the data on the internet exists on the deep web. The dark web is specifically the section of the deep web accessible only through specialized tools like the Tor browser, which makes web traffic anonymous.
And slow. So very, very slow.
Before it was made public, Tor was used by the US Navy to secure government communications. Later, it became a beacon for privacy advocates and anyone looking to shield their online activity from prying eyes. Not just criminals, though. Journalists use the dark web to communicate with activists in oppressive countries. Whistleblowers have used the dark web to remain anonymous. If you want to remain anonymous and untraceable, you go to the dark web. It's only natural that a group like Cicada 3301 would end up there. So Cicada solvers who made it this far typed the Onion link into their Tor browser and were greeted with the following message.
Congratulations. Please create a new email address with a public free web-based service, one you've never used before, and enter it below. We recommend you do this while still using Tor for anonymity. We will email you a number within the next few days, in the order in which you arrived at this page. Once you've received it, come back to this page and append a slash, and then the number you received to this URL, 3301.
This would be the first time that Cicada would communicate directly with people. Very few made the cut, but those that did received an email a few days later.
This message will only be displayed once. Here is a message that has been encrypted with RSA. The encrypted message is a number. Break the decryption key, then come back to this same URL and enter the decrypted message to continue. Each person who has come this far has received a unique message encrypted with a unique key. You are not to collaborate. Sharing your message or key will result in not receiving the next step. Good luck. 3301.
Since each participant was assigned a unique number, Cicada 3301 was able to track who was sharing information. If you got caught,
That's crazy that they were tracking. It sounds like government. Sounds like the government.
You were out.
Hello. You have shared your information online. You are now removed from this altogether. Even if you crack the key you've been given, it doesn't matter, because you have demonstrated that you can't be trusted to follow simple instructions anyway. Thank you for your participation to this point. Goodbye, 3301.
But those who were able to solve the puzzle and solve it alone received an email. The email contained the following text, along with a piece of music.
Let me see. I still don't know how to pin this, but toss this in there again in case anybody else wants to come up.
This song is your own path, another stop on the road toward enlightenment. Follow it and share not.
Literally sounds like music I listen to.
terrible, but still better than K-pop.
Ice cream chillin', ice cream chillin', ice cream chillin' like a villain.
The music was encoded as a MIDI file. MIDI is music expressed as code. It was found that there were 2 tracks that provided 2 different messages. Each message had fewer than 26 combinations of pitch and tone, which hinted that each combination could represent 1 letter. The music was decoded into a cryptogram.
How in the hell do you figure that out?
Which could then be broken.
Very good. Very good. You have proven to be most dedicated to come this far to attain enlightenment. Create a GPG key for your email address and upload it to the MIT key servers. Then encrypt the following word list using the Cicada 3301 public key. Sign it with your key. Send the ASCII armored ciphertext to the Gmail address from which you received your numbers.
Everyone who received this email was also given a set of 50 unique words. Those words were to be encrypted and emailed back. What happened after that is unknown, but about a month later, the image on the subreddit changed.
Hello? We have now found the individuals we sought. Thus, our month-long journey ends. For now, thank you for your dedication and effort. If you were unable to complete the test or did not receive an email, do not despair. There will be more opportunities like this one. Thank you all.
3301.
And just as cryptically as the Cicada puzzle started, it finally ended. It was assumed that the mysterious group, whoever they were, finally found the highly intelligent individuals it needed. Cicada 3301 stopped posting messages and was largely forgotten. But a year and a day after the first puzzle was posted, Cicada 3301 was back.
He's back. And everybody was kung fu fighting. Come on.
Cicada was quiet for a year, but on January 5th, a new image was posted to 4chan.
Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. The first clue is hidden within this image. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck. 3301.
Like before, running the image through Outguess led to a book code, which led to a URL, which led to a file. A large file. This file was its own mini operating system.
It's too late, Rome. You already said it. You said Kung Fu. That's it. I'm not pulling up the other one.
When you booted it up, it displayed the prime numbers up to 3301 and then restarted the computer. It would do this indefinitely. But there was also a message within the numbers.
The key is all around you. Good luck, 3301.
Those numbers led to a Twitter account that was posting tons of encrypted text that nobody could decode. But on the mini operating system, someone realized that you could break the boot sequence and browse the file system. In one of the folders, there was a song, this time an MP3 file.
Who was able to do this?
According to the ID tags, the title of the file was The Instar Emergence. Solvers tried all sorts of techniques on this file to search for hidden meanings. They played it backwards. They isolated frequencies. They even ran the sound through spectral analyzers, but they found nothing. There were hidden messages and odd mini-poems all over the place, but nothing seemed connected. Then someone determined that the messages from the Twitter feed were actually lines of binary code, which could be assembled.
Oh my Lord. That is the funniest sketch that SNL ever did, and I wish that I could play it. Do not taunt. Happy Fun Ball. Happy Fun Ball. Do not bounce. Happy Fun Ball. Happy Fun Ball can destroy the earth.
Assembled into a file, but it was encrypted and nobody could figure out how to decode it. It turned out that the messages were encoded with the binary data from another file as the key. That file was the song.
Banger of a song.
So using the song, the Twitter data was decrypted, into an image. A rune table. The rune table image also contained secret text, which led to more puzzles, which led to the dark web and to more posters around the world with different coordinates. In order to move forward from here, you need to have solved every puzzle so far. Now, on the posters, there were phone numbers, and each phone number required an access code that you'd decipher using the rune table. Once you got past the access code, a computerized voice then read you a string of letters and numbers, which turned out to be a hex code. And then the hex code converted to a page on the dark web, which had a test for you to take. There were 19 questions in total, some mathematical, some logical, some philosophical.
Let's see. What you are is most important than what you are is more important than what you do. Those are some weird answers to that. What you are is more important than what you do. Strange loop. Okay. Okay, yeah. This puzzle obviously not meant for me.
There were 19 questions in total, some mathematical, some
So what was that one?
There were 19 questions in
We get hundreds of millions of sensations coming in our minds at any moment. Our brain can't process them all, so it categorizes these signals according to our belief systems. This is why we find evidence to support our belief and rarely notice evidence to the contrary. True, false, indeterminate. Game rule, strange loop. Yeah.
in total,
Above my
some
head.
mathematical, some logical, some philosophical. Very few people made it past this test, but those that did received an email.
Congratulations. Your testing has finally come to an end.
All right.
We hope you have enjoyed the vacation over the last few weeks.
Sure did.
You will be very busy now should you choose to join us. You have all wondered who we are, and so we shall now tell you. We are an international group. We have no name. We are drawn together by common beliefs. That tyranny and oppression of any kind must end. That censorship is wrong, and that privacy is an inalienable right.
Cicada 3301 was pretty well known by now and was being connected to hacker groups, and this was addressed in that email.
We do not engage in illegal activity, nor do our members. If you are engaged in illegal activity, we ask that you cease any and all illegal activities or decline membership at this time. We will not ask questions if you decline. However, if you lie to us, we will find out.
But the...
Whoa. If you lie to us, we will find out. You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? What was that Prince song from that song? Bat Dance? Was it Bat Dance that was the big hit by Prince?
The big question was why? What does Cicada 3301 even do?
We are much like a think tank in that our primary focus is on researching and developing techniques to aid the ideas we advocate. Liberty, privacy, security. And if you choose to accept membership, we are happy to have you on board to help with future projects.
So that was it. Cicada 3301 found a few more recruits and went dark. But the following January, people eagerly waited to see if Cicada would return. And they did not disappoint. After being inactive for a year, in January 2014, the Cicada Twitter account tweeted a link to a new image.
Hello. Epiphany is upon you. Your pilgrimage has begun. Enlightenment awaits. Good luck. 3301.
During the time Cicada was quiet, there were lots of fake puzzles floating around claiming to be from Cicada 3301, and they all turned out to be fakes. But running this new image through Outguess revealed a new message that proved to be authentic. Cicada 3301 was back, and they followed their familiar format. They embedded messages and images that could be extracted with Outguess. These images led to more clues on various web pages and the dark web. And a new piece of music was also discovered. This one was called Interconnectedness. Using some familiar techniques, as well as some new ones, Cicada solvers concluded that Cicada was focusing on a single document. It's called the Liber Primus, or First Book. As more puzzles were solved, more pages of Liber Primus were uncovered. The book was written using the runes found in earlier puzzles. But the solution to every puzzle seemed to be a clue to yet another puzzle. People went back to the music file. They found more clues. From image files, they extracted more codes and more puzzles like magic squares and anagrams. All of those were decoded to reveal strange poems.
Who are these people that are finding these things?
Which were nothing more than more clues. Liber Primus is 59 pages, and only a handful have been solved. And the pages that are solved are still mysterious. January 2015 came and went with nothing from Cicada. Some people speculated that Cicada had enough recruits for whatever it was they were doing. Others thought that Cicada would stay silent until all of Liber Primus was solved, and they could be right. In January 2016, Cicada tweeted a link to a new image. Running the image through Outguess proved it was authentic.
Hello? The path lies empty. Epiphany seeks the devoted. Liber Primus is the way. Its words are the map. Their meaning is the road, and their numbers are the direction. Seek, and you will be found.
See, I would have called that Liber Primus. Liber Primus is the way. Its words are the map. Their meaning is the road, and their numbers are the direction. Seek, and you will be found. Good luck, 3301.
Good luck, 3301. Beware false paths.
Many speculated that their numbers are the direction was the major clue, but still no progress was made. In 2017, a user stumbled across a message from Cicada in Google's cached pages that nobody had noticed.
Beware false paths. Always verify PGP signature. 3301.
And that was the last anyone heard from Cicada 3301. It's been a few years with no solution to Liber Primus and no further contact from Cicada. This was disappointing to a lot of people. After all this, over several years, we were still no closer to finding out who Cicada 3301 was or what they did. But Liber...
See, I have run into 0 people online that talk about PGP. 0 people. No one talks about that online. Or not, at least not openly.
Liber Primus was the third quest. The first 2 were solved. And the people who solved them, they started talking. When that first image appeared on 4chan looking for highly intelligent individuals, the chase was on. The mysterious group known as 3301 presented clues and challenges that thousands of techies and puzzle solvers found impossible to resist. Each mystery became more complex. The clues that connected Julius Caesar and King Arthur to cryptography were genius and easy enough to solve that people became hooked. The solutions that led to phone numbers and geographic coordinates made the search even more real. But over time, it became clear that
All right, that's fair. That's a good one. Procter & Gamble and pimps. That's a good one.
301 was looking for a specific type of person. To solve Cicada, you needed knowledge of the concepts and the tools used in encryption. You had to have computer skills, understand operating systems, and be handy with programming. It also didn't hurt if you had expertise in Mayan numerology and pre-Christian literature.
Yeah, who doesn't?
But who was Cicada? A popular theory was that this was a recruiting effort for a government intelligence agency like CIA, NSA.
But the Navy did their own one after this one, so who was this?
Or MI6. And there was plenty of precedent for that. During the Second World War, the top secret government code and cipher school used crossword puzzles printed in the Daily Telegraph to identify good candidates for Bletchley Park. Those recruits, along with Alan Turing, went on to solve the Enigma machine, which helped the Allies win the war. NSA and CIA ran similar contests over the years. Companies like Google and Microsoft have also used cryptography and puzzles to recruit. But one of the early winners said Cicada was none of these. After solving the final round of puzzles in 2013, he received an email with a username and password along with a site address on the dark web. The site had 2 parts, a message board and a chat room. The message board had various topics, including a welcome section and an area for Cicada's goals and current projects. The chat room had about 20 members. According to a couple of the winners, Cicada wanted to further the use of cryptography so more people would have access to internet privacy. Cicada had some big goals, but in the short term, they wanted to recruit highly technical people to develop open source cryptography software.
All that to find people to write free software?
Yep, and I think this was Cicada's big mistake. The recruits didn't want to write software, they wanted to solve puzzles. And when the puzzles stopped, the membership dwindled. There were spikes in membership when new challenges appeared, but it was the same story. The winners weren't interested in writing software. They weren't driven by ideology. They didn't care about politics. They just wanted to solve puzzles. The same thing happens when NSA, CIA, GCHQ, and other intelligence organizations do recruitment drives. Many of the winners are offered positions in one of these agencies, and many of them refuse. They don't want to work in government.
Yeah, they're too smart to work in government.
Well, that might be part of it, but really, they just want to solve puzzles. Whenever you achieve a task, your brain rewards you with a hit of dopamine. This could mean finishing a workout, completing a school project, or figuring out an escape room. Achieve a goal, get some dopamine. Our brains love dopamine. It turns out that solving problems is one of the biggest, if not the biggest source of dopamine for the brain. Solving puzzles like those presented by Cicada reward us with dopamine while we're working on them. And when we actually solve one, well, Cicada solvers describe that feeling as nothing less than exhilarating. Now, plenty of people are interested in politics and ideology, but not too many of them would describe their interest as exhilarating. Puzzles make us happy. When was the last time politics made you happy? And although two of the goals...
November the 5th, 2024 made me very happy. Very, very, very happy.
...of this channel are to educate and inspire, the primary goal is to entertain. In other words, the Y-Files is here to make you happy. So that...
I know, Rome. I know. I've never finished a Rubik's Cube, but I've changed all the stickers on them, and what a rush.
That's why I've included a Cicada-type puzzle in this video. Think you can find it?
No, I'm sure I can.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. My name is AJ. That's Ecklefish.
Kokis Mirathosa That's the Mayan word for, hey, how you doing?
This has been the Y-Files. If you had fun or learned anything, do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share. That stuff really helps the channel. And like most topics we cover here, today's was recommended by you. So if there's a story you'd like to see or learn more about, go to theyfiles.com/tips. And if you need more Y-Files in your life, check out the Y-Files.
Y-Files is awesome. It's awesome. It's probably the greatest thing ever. Let me see. Nope. Messed it up again. Put myself here for a second. Mr. Mad knows how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Why does that not surprise me? Why does that not? I can do it right now. Fuck you, I can do it right now. I'll do it right now, Cody. I'll solve it right now, Cody. I'll do it right now. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I gotta look around some more. Oh yeah, Brad's wife. Oh, I think it's just you watching right now, Rome. I put up a short the other day, last night, this morning, last morning, other morning. The son of a bitch is at 500 likes or 500 views already. So I know what I've got to do. Got to title stuff right. I need to figure out something to have some kind of underlying music playing. Okay. No, I'm not playing Liquid Sky. That's far too weird. Far too weird, even for me to watch right now. James is here. Oh, James is here. Oh, I see what you're saying, James. Here we go. Here we go. I got us something to watch. I got us something to watch while I'm killing some time here. If I can figure out how to bring myself back up to this again. Do it that way. No, no. Talking to myself and feeling old. Nothing is really wrong. That don't look right at all. Feeling like I don't belong. Hanging around. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. I don't even remember what Concordia is, but let's find out.
The Costa Concordia, ship of dreams. It's been 8 years. I can still smell the buffets from their 5 restaurants. The casino and 3-story theater had hardly been used. The gym, the day spa, the sheets in 1,500 luxurious cabins hadn't even been slept in. Costa Concordia cost $570 million to build.
Cheap.
And you could tell. You could really tell. I remember it like it was just a few years ago.
I don't remember this ship either. I do not remember this ship. The toilets were never shut in. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That's not a good sign if the toilets, if they never even messed with the toilets. That's a bad sign.
We had left Civitavecchia, a port in Rome, and we were making our way to Savona. It was day 2 of our 7-day journey. But that ship, she was cursed.
Oh my God.
When she premiered, the traditional bottle of champagne bounced right off the side instead of smashing. A bad omen, but I'm not the superstitious type. Nothing could go wrong on Friday the 13th
Whoa,
of January,
boy.
2012.
Whoa, boy. Friday the 13th. Champagne bottle didn't break. Here we go.
On the 100th year anniversary of the Titanic, on a ship that's also only safety rated for 2-compartment flooding. Especially not when you have a 5-star max level captain like Francisco Scatino, a man who mysteriously rose from head of...
Calm down, ladies. Calm down. Calm down, ladies. Calm down, ladies.
Like Francisco Scatino, a man who mysteriously rose from head of security to the position of captain within just a couple of years. He knows exactly what to do in case of an emergency. For example, when he caused this emergency in 2008, when he crashed into a port in Sicily. And in 2010, in Warnemünde, Germany, when he was steering a different ship and came into port too fast and caused another collision. I've got a good feeling about this. So
I don't. Let's see it.
It's a beautiful evening. People are having fun on the slides, drinks at the bar. Antonio Magnotta is playing piano at the restaurant. Martin the Magician is setting up for his show.
Okay. I'm looking up Martin the Magician after this.
The ship is setting up for a little detour. It's called a sail-by salute. Basically, you get real close to the shore and honk the horn. The locals hate it, but the customers love it, and it's a tradition. Scatino, the captain, comes into the dining hall with the lady, Dominica Samorton. Remember this face because you'll be seeing a lot of it later. Scatino eats his dinner with her and socializes for a little while. Then he, Dominica, and the maitre d' finish up and excuse themselves. They're heading to the bridge. It's time for that sail-by salute. This time, they're going to get closer than ever.
Yes. Oh my God. Calm down. Everybody just calm down. Calm down. What? 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 Damn it. I wish I could play that. Damn it. I wish I could play that.
Just 1,500 feet from the island of Giglio. And how are they going to determine this distance?
The real reason that Abraham Lincoln died is he was, what was it? He was beat to death in the ass by a hammer. That's the real reason he died.
Well, of course, the captain is going to eyeball it. Apparently, it's not an uncommon thing to do. Scatino turns to the fella steering, his helmsman, Jacob Russ Libin.
Here we go!
First interesting tidbit. Costa Crociere has hired Jacob from Indonesia at a rock.
Yeah, that's it. He was hammered in the ass till he died. God. Oh, why did you take Trevor Moore from us, Lord? Why did you take him from us?
Bottom price. And he's a bit of a newbie to the job. In fact, his profession hitherto, a painter and a cleaner. It's his first time steering a massive ship, and he's very excited. At least, we think he is. It's hard to tell because he doesn't speak English or Italian very well at all.
Well, boy.
Off to a good start. The second in command orders the helmsman to 290. Now, don't be confused by these numbers, they're just the degrees on a compass. At the same time, the captain whips out his cell phone and calls former captain Mario Palombo, who lives on the island. They chat about the safe distance to Giglio's shores. It's all very casual.
Shit. You know what? We're playing it after this. We're playing it after this. We're fucking playing it after this. We gotta watch that. We gotta watch that.
Anyway, Mario says that the safe distance is between 0.3 and 0.4 miles from shore.
We gotta watch.
The captain is going all in. This is not his first sail-by salute, so he's confident in what he's doing. We're going closer than we've ever been before. The captain's eyeballing it again. New heading of 300, he tells the helmsman. Downstairs, Martin is about to cut his assistant in half. And of course, that means that there's already a lady inside this box. She's waiting for the cue, and then she'll poke her legs out. The captain is giving more orders. Pulling gently to 310. Increase speed to 16 knots. Going this fast is going to be a fatal.
We'll pause it a few times. We'll see if we can get around it this time, but I mean that's Independent Film Channel. I don't care. I don't care.
Era. But before we talk about
We're gonna watch it.
Let's talk about another big problem. Language barrier.
Language.
Because at this point the captain says 325, but the helmsman relays 315. So the first officer intervenes and he goes, no, 335, which is also wrong. And then the captain clarifies, no, 325. The helmsman confirms 325. Their poor communication has them moving at a much wider angle than they think they are. However, the captain should...
I do remember this now. This is badass.
And would know this, except for the next problem. Complacency about procedure. The standard procedure of a ship this large is for the third officer to give exact positional coordinates every time the captain gives a new directional order. But they're not doing that. 330, he says. The helmsman relays 330. The ship reaches 16 knots. The captain then turns to the second officer and instructs him to go to the left wing. That's these things here, and they basically exist so you can get a better view over the whole vessel. A few seconds pass, and then the mood starts to turn. Scatino notices white foam of waves breaking against the rocks directly in front of him in the distance. The Costa Concordia, right now, is almost 700 meters closer to the rocks than it should be. Without deviation, there is going to be a direct collision.
Oh, shit!
Do it!
Scatino immediately commands the ship to start turning away. 335. Not enough. The captain shouts, 340. The captain yells, 350. Now, remember how I said that accelerating to 16 knots was a fatal error? Well, that's because it's made this ship incapable of such a drastic turn. What they've got is understeer. Here's an example.
The front end is not working. You're turning, and you're just going straight. You want to go over here, but you're going to end up over here.
So despite the order of 350, right now the bow is still only pointing at 327.
Oh no!
Not nearly enough to miss the rock. And
they're going to hammer that rock right in the butt.
Oh no, it's about to get worse. That language barrier again. In these critical moments where every second counts, the helmsman wrongly relays 340.
Oh
the captain
no!
snaps back, 350 starboard, or we end up on the rocks. The third officer goes to assist the helmsman. Now, don't get confused by the orders from here. We're changing over to rudder instructions.
Cool. All right, we're going to rudder instructions. As we all know what rudder instructions are. So let's go.
Captain yells, starboard 10, starboard 20, and still it's not enough. Hard to starboard. That means as hard as it'll go. But at this point, even if they clear these rocks, they need to get the rest of the ship to swing around it. So the captain yells, midship, which centers the rudder. The bow is now less than 150 meters from Skull Rock.
Oh
Port
no!
10, but the helmsman only gets to
Why'd they name it Skull Rock? Why'd they name it Skull Rock?
Port 5 before another order is given 2 seconds later. Port 20. They might just avoid disaster here, maybe. But then,
Oh
no.
shit.
One more time, the helmsman cocks up at the worst possible moment. The helmsman goes to starboard instead of port, undoing the swing.
Oh no!
8 seconds later, he realizes the error and corrects, but it's too late. He has just turned a probable near miss into a sure hit. All they can do now is hold on as the bow of the ship narrowly passes by the rocks. Hard to port! The second officer yells, "We're gonna hit!" Collision. Downtown Nordtown.
Oh, NordVPN.
It's a callings. Job gets way down the. I guess, man, like I took this very PN. Oh.
There we go.
The ship hits rocks on the port side.
Shit! Here we go!
A 53-meter gash opens up in the hull, and thousands of tons of water begin pouring in.
That's a big old
A
gash.
loud scraping and bang is heard by all passengers. At the helm, there's panic. Rumblings in the dining room. Martin awkwardly pauses his act as he's helping his assistant into the box. Meanwhile, the lady in...
That reminds me of a fantastic lyric from Warren Zevon. I can saw a woman in two, but you don't want to look in the box when I get through.
Inside is trapped and terrified. There's confusion across the ship. All of the crew off shift come back on duty. All officers run to the bridge. Technical crews run down to the lower decks to assess damage. On connection with the rocks, they lose propulsion and slow to 8.3 knots. And they are now adrift.
Yeah, there's so much going on.
Watertight doors at stern. Enormous volumes of water are
Pandemonium!
pouring in.
What do we do?
So much so that within 29 seconds of collision,
I don't know.
all 6 engines stop working through flooding. 22 seconds later, a blackout happens. Lights, electrics, the water pumps too. Everything. The captain orders the helmsman
That also means the toilets. That means the toilets are gone.
hard starboard. This is the final position of the rudder before power to that too is lost. The Costa Concordia, now without power, is drifting starboard, plunged into absolute darkness.
Cool.
A quick breakdown of the flooding. When the Concordia struck land, it tore open 3 watertight compartments. At first, compartment 5, which filled very rapidly, then 6 more slowly, 4 shortly after, then 7, 8, and 3. Modern ships are built to withstand 2 compartment breaches. These compartments especially, though, are a problem because they contain the engines and the electrics. These main generators give power to the whole ship, from propulsion motors to rudder to hotel functions.
I like that gypsy music behind him.
Pretty much everything. When they went out, the ship was a functionless, sinking cage. A few seconds later, the emergency batteries for internal lighting and communications kick on. When the lights come back on, Martin has vanished. He's ditched the stage. And it caused a huge panic in the theatre, as passengers are trying to flee to their cabins and to muster stations. People already in their cabins
That was Martin's best trick.
come out and start putting on life vests. Staff rally and try to calm everyone down. Everything is fine. There's no need for vests. Please return to your cabins. The emergency generator starts. All of the watertight doors close except for door 12, which is jammed. The captain calls Pelon, the chief engineer, as the ship begins to list on the port side. There's water coming in? Yes, there's water. But where? The engine room. But a lot of water? Yes! There's water, you can't go down. Let's go down the other side. In a moment we'll start the pumps, I'll let you know. In the theatre,
Love me some gypsy music. Love it.
a whole magic box apparatus slides.
You just gotta watch out for the gypsies. You gotta shake the broom at the gypsy and shake them out. Shake the broom at the gypsy and you get them out.
Right off the stage and falls into the crowd, further increasing panic. On the bridge, an announcement is being prepared. They are going to lie to prevent a panic. Let's just say we have a blackout. The deputy chief engineer enters the engine control room. He confirms to the bridge that at least compartments 5, 6, and 7 are flooded. Announcements are made.
On behalf of the captain, to inform you that due to an electrical fault, which is currently under control, we're currently in a blackout. Our technicians are working to resolve the situation, and we'll inform you of developments as they occur. Thank you for your attention.
Coincidentally, at the same time in the restaurant, they're playing My Heart Will Go On, and it's very much not helping the situation. The captain calls the Costa Crisis Unit, Roberto Ferrarini. He tells the...
That would be terrible to be on a sinking ship and hear near, far, wherever you are.
The crisis unit that they've hit a rock, that they're assessing damages, and that they are also in a blackout. The crisis office says to reverse the ship up onto shore. Well, how are you going to do that? You don't have power to the rudder, let alone the engine. Hoist the sails? Anyway, around this time, the wind direction...
Has to be a broom. Has to be a broom to shake the gypsy out. Swiffer, you got to use the broom.
Creates a starboard list, and the ship begins to turn anyway, drifting right back towards the shore, which is a very good thing because you want the ship to end up as close to shore as possible. A panicked passenger senses that something is off. This isn't like any electrical problem that she's ever seen. Plus, there was a massive crashing noise, and now the ship is tilting. So, she contacts her daughter in Italy. The daughter then calls the police, and the police call the harbour master. While that goes on, a conversation between Pelon and Ambrosio. The diesel is not starting. The captain asks the engine room, but where have we made contact? Thinking that the incoming water can be reduced. Captain, here everything is lost. The electrical panel, everything. They're saying at this point that the ship is going down. The captain calls
Yeah, Rome, the gypsies they're scared of the broom, so you got to get the broom to get them out.
Roberto Ferrarini again. Actually, 2 compartments have been flooded, but don't worry, the ship's stability isn't in danger. Wrong. Passengers begin going to muster stations on their own initiative. The cruise director says, "We have a lot of people at muster stations that I do not want to fall overboard. Do we make an announcement to tell them to go to the lounges?"
Tell them.
Bozio says, "I think that's best." The harbour master from Livorno calls the ship. The captain tells them that we just have a blackout. "How long has this blackout been going on?" "About 20 minutes. "Have you asked passengers to put on life vests?" It's just a blackout. I gotta go." The harbour master is suspicious. He says to his superiors that he thinks something more is going on. He calls a patrol boat to the area and asks them to look at the ship. Another problem. The fan on the emergency diesel generator isn't working properly. Pelon manually has to turn the thing on and off with a screwdriver so that it doesn't overheat and cause a fire. The captain is on the phone to the lower decks, asking pointless questions.
See, I had a situation similar to peons or pylons or pissons, paleons, pilates. The other night, I had to cut my air conditioner on behind me, the one in the shack here, but the button broke, so I had to use needle nose pliers. So I completely understand what's going on with peon. Is that his name? Peon? I don't know, but I totally understand what he went through, because it was that was rough getting that air conditioner on.
Like, is it still flooded? Yes it is. The captain is essentially in denial of the situation. The harbour master calls again. Finally.
Oh, there was no button to push. I had to actually take a pair of pliers, grab the button with my hand, Rome, this hand right here. I had to grab it like a pair of pliers and then put it where the button used to be, and then I had to turn it. So I understand what this guy's going through. I understand completely. It was terrifying.
He says, "The ship is taking on water through an opening on the left side, and the ship is listing." He qualifies with, "No one dead or injured." The harbour master asks if he needs help.
The right one, my right hand.
Boat, when in reality, they need a full rescue. With 3 compartments flooded, the captain finally realizes that things are really bad, and they are not going to improve. The Coast Guard orders every available ship to the sea.
Send them out.
Meanwhile, up with the passengers, the cruise director's assistant says, "Everything's under control. Please return to your cabins or hang about in the lounges. No problem." She said this despite knowing it was wrong and that it further endangered lives. Most passengers at this point, though, aren't listening to this nonsense, and they're busy figuring out how to abandon ship. Bang, 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 bang. Local television has already picked up the story, and they begin broadcasting live radio feed from the bridge. "Captain, the passengers are going on board the boats." "Okay, let them go to shore." "So then general emergency?" "Wait, no. Let me talk to Ferrarini." "We risk the emergency generators that do not have cooling. It has cooling problems, 100 degrees. The cooling fan has stopped." Pelon calls the bridge and tells the safety officer they need to evacuate. The safety officer relays this to the captain, but after no response, he orders the engine room to evacuate on his own. The captain says, "No, stay. We're leaving." So what do? General emergency? The captain tells Ferrarini that he's abandoning ship. Abandoned ship. Another announcement is made.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The situation is under control. Please remain calm. And at this time, proceed to your station. They're located outside on deck 4.
The Livorno Coast Guard.
Holy shit! This is getting so good. I'd forgotten so much about this, especially the guy named Pelon.
Calls again. The captain declares,
"If I ever have a son, Pelon."
There's distress. The Coast Guard officially calls for rescue operations. They contact Pietro Mille, the helicopter base commander, who then...
It was touch and go. It was touch and go, Rome. It was very touch and go, but after about 30 seconds, that includes taking the button off, putting the pliers in, and turning it. 30 seconds of pure terror going on. cats and dogs were. It was the end of the world going on here. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Calls in every available pilot as he rushes down to the helicopter base. Pelon shuts down the emergency generator for the final time. The first rescue vessel arrives. By this point, the lifeboats are already going. Luckily, the ship is very close to shore. Oh, perhaps too close to shore. The ship forcefully runs aground, creating an uneven...
Whoa, does that say gigolo?
The lifeboats are already going. Luckily, the ship is very close to shore. Oh, perhaps...
Giglio. Close enough.
Too close to shore. The ship forcefully runs aground, creating an uneven center of gravity. And it begins heavily...
Does it really? Does it really mean bald in Spanish? I don't know Spanish, so I'm just going to take your word for it. I have no idea. You may be tricking me right now.
Listing starboard. The captain issues...
And
There's a general emergency on board. The announcement to abandon ship is finally called and alarms ring out. And with that comes panic. And now that they're listing, with many of the lifeboats too awkwardly positioned to enter the vehicle, there aren't enough readily available, and they have to start going back and forth to the shore, picking people up and dropping them off. The patrol boats report to the Livorno harbour master that the ship has run aground and is listing heavily. So the harbour master asks the captain about it, and the captain says, no, the ship is still floating. In fact, we're trying to maneuver it onto the shore. They know he's lying.
Hold on, I'm reversing it. Beep, 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 beep.
The captain then says to bottom out the starboard anchor. So they drop out the anchors, but let out too much chain, effectively rendering them useless. The deputy mayor of Giglio, Mario Pellegrini, and tobacco shop owner Giovanni Rossi arrive at the harbour. They watch the scene unfold. As the first of the lifeboats arrive on shore.
And tobacco shop owner? The mayor and the tobacco shop owner. Well, I mean, it is Italy and Greece, so a lot of tobacco.
The deputy mayor takes the initiative and races to board one of the lifeboats, returning to the ship, and starts trying to find someone in charge. He gives up and starts helping passengers. Scatino tells everyone to leave and take radios, but not before changing out of his uniform and into a nice suit.
Oh, dude.
Dimitri Christidis and Silvia Coronica leave with him. The maitre d' and Sir Morton both get out of there. By this point, approximately 300 people are still on the ship. Millet reaches the helicopter base. The first helicopter, a slow-moving Augusta Bell, was already rising from the tarmac for the hour-long flight south. Bozio is the last crew member left on the bridge, coordinating evacuation. He then leaves to help passengers board lifeboats. The bridge is now abandoned. And then, the ship's black box stops working. Apparently there were technical problems with it.
Yeah,
that means,
sure.
From here, things are going to get a little foggy in detail. A while later, rescue helicopters arrive, but they're struggling to find the ship because they're expecting it to still be well above water. Passengers are scaling down the port side by ladder as lifeboats return to pick them up.
What the fuck?
No joke.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness. It was no joke anymore.
I mean, well, it's kind of funny now. It's not funny then, but it's kind of funny now.
Yes.
You're not allowed to make
Oh shit, that was her.
passenger.
The Monica Camorton.
Yes.
You're not allowed to make a film
I'm
movie.
allowed.
Who say you are?
A second helicopter, a faster model, sets off. The ship stops heeling and comes to a final resting place. Now the Coast Guard calls the captain because he's just learned that the captain has abandoned ship. The captain claims, no, actually I slipped and I fell into one of the lifeboats. I'm a klutz. But now that I'm on board, I may as well head back to shore. DeFalco tells the captain to get...
That happened to me one time. I went to vote, and instead of Republican or Democrat, I slipped and I hit the Libertarian button. True story. True story. That's why I voted Libertarian in 1 year.
Get the fuck back on board. And the captain kind of acts confused and then effectively refuses. So the captain makes it to shore. From here, we only have mainstream news reports to rely on, so it's not going to be super accurate. But they say that Giglio's police chief then finds 110 survivors on the rocks at Point Gabbianara. And among them is the captain. It's not known whether the captain helped anyone while he was there, and in fact, the police chief claimed that he just sat on the rocks and watched other people do the rescuing.
Whoa,
a while
boy.
later, a
Whoa,
rescue
boy.
boat picks up the
Whoa,
captain
boy.
and takes him to the harbour. He speaks to the police. He then finds the ship's onboard chaplain, Father Rafael Molina, and cries to him for about 15 minutes. Then he goes to the harbour master's office to receive probably the biggest dressing down of his entire life. Port authorities ask the taxi driver to take the captain back to his hotel. The captain takes the 30-second cab ride to the Bahamas hotel. According to the cabbie,
the 30-second cab ride. Okay. I think you said 30 seconds, didn't he?
The captain takes the 30-second cab ride to the Bahamas hotel.
Whoa.
According to the cabbie, he was beaten like a dog. He was cold and afraid. He only asked me where he could buy a pair of fresh socks. But then he perked right up again and gave an interview to a news crew. He told them that he was the last to leave.
The captain is usually the last to abandon ship. What happened, Captain? We were the last to leave the ship.
Well, boy.
All day Saturday, rescuers search for people on the ship. On Sunday morning, a South Korean couple is found in their cabin, safe but shivering. They had slept through the crash and woke up unable to exit their cabin. The last survivor, Manrico Giampandroni, was found with a broken leg. He was the cabin's service director. In the end, 32 people died.
Whoa. Okay.
The final body wasn't discovered until nearly 3 years later. A crew member, Russell Rebello, and it's believed that he died a hero helping passengers off the ship. The Costa Concordia was the largest cruise ship disaster since the Titanic. And then there's the ship. This is what happens to a 110,000...
Good Lord. It looks like the that city in China that's walled in. Have you seen that room? The city that fucking A. We'll watch that after the we'll watch that after I get my strike for watching The Whitest Kids You Know.
1,000-ton cruise liner when it's left half rolled over in the ocean.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ton cruise liner when it's left half rolled
Oh my God.
over.
Oh. Oh shit, boys.
In the ocean.
Oh my God. That's a... I don't know why that is right there, but was that there originally? Doesn't look like that was there originally.
Liner when it's left half rolled over in the ocean.
Oh, that's ductwork that fell down. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, that's what you get for hiring a security officer as your captain. God. Oh my God. Looks like nuclear war has happened, and this is like Fallout 76. Bringing it right around. Dude. Holy mackerels. Wow.
But this isn't the end. It's just the halfway point. What most people know is that the Costa Concordia had crashed, many dead, and that the captain abandoned ship like a coward. But there's a whole veritable spaghetti of details to untangle. Let's dive in. There they are. The deets. Blue box time. The Costa Concordia was more than just a floating resort. There's a mall, a casino, cha-ching, cha-ching. This iron chest was full of safes and cash registers and expensive fittings. And there were plenty of gamers prepared to sneak by authorities and try their luck in the hot zone. Within days, police divers reported that valuable items, once seen lying around the ship, were now missing. High-end liquor, expensive furniture, dining sets, cash from the casino, cash registers, jewelry and display cabinets, safes, Japanese woodblock prints by famous 18th century artists, as well as the iconic bell, which hung from the bridge of the ship. It was never found. Who steals a big fuck-off bell? Even the server admins were getting involved. 4 divers who were part of the company contracted to refloat the Concordia were spotted on CCTV, sneaking out to the ship. A patrol boat was dispatched, and the men were caught inside the fancy suites with rucksacks full of stolen goods. The 4 men are charged with stealing and thieving and pinching.
But it's underwater, isn't it? Just loot at this point?
Later on, stolen as well as legitimate items found their way to Amazon and eBay. Chips from the casino, postcards, and cabin access cards became highly sought after souvenirs.
It even has a watermark.
Some Australian guy even made a listing for the ship itself, advertising it as buyer to collect. And although there were plenty of bidders, eBay pulled the plug. I know you want to see Scatino go to jail, and we'll get to that. But first...
Yes, I want to see him go to jail right now.
We have to talk about someone else. Dominica Samorton.
Oh, Dominica, you're breaking my heart. On this day, you're breaking my heart. You was trying to get away.
There was speculation that she was on the bridge that evening because she was the captain's mistress.
Whoa, boy!
Tense media speculation reports that her presence distracted the captain.
They both denied their love for you.
Ooh la la. There's some hanky-panky going on in the bank of
and maintained that they were just friends. Although she did later admit to the media that she found him handsome. And how could you not?
You so fucking
Calm down, ladies.
precious when you smile.
Calm
But
down,
she
ladies.
says there was
Calm
no
down. Calm down,
romantic
Rome.
link
Calm down.
between them.
Some people would like to believe, they want to know I have something with him. It's more interesting. It's like, some spicy in the story.
Miss Samorton also loved the spotlight, however,
Everyone, oh look!
and took several interviews. But as the pressure mounted upon her, she began making ominous threats to Scatino, saying he must confess, and that you have but 1 week to come clean. But things from here get weird.
Spicy.
Samorton is a bit of a wild
Gets weirder? Tell me more, sir. Tell me more.
card. In a subsequent interview, she claimed a helicopter came to the ship well before the other rescue craft to take away a package. Huh? And what was that package? Drugs, apparently. So rumors began that the ship was running narcotics for the mafia. And not without cause. A number of cruise ships, even recently, have been caught trafficking drugs. As an aside, Scatino was tested for drugs immediately after the crash.
Whoa,
He
boy.
tested negative for drugs in his system, but trace amounts of cocaine were found in a hair sample.
Makes it smoother
Well, I mean, he's Greek and Italian, so it's natural.
and less dry.
Nonetheless, the Concordia was searched and no drugs were reportedly ever found. How did we get here? Oh, right, a helicopter. Samorton commented on it again the next day and said, actually, That helicopter was just for the captain as a means of evacuation from the ship. Okay, wait. So she expected to get some sort of first-class rescue while everyone else was still stuck on the ship? Wait, how did we get here?
How?
Oh, right. Sex with the captain. Divers were quick to head to the captain's cabin, where they found Miss Sir Morton's lingerie and other articles of clothing, as well as a makeup.
I caught that too. A helicopter. Helicopter. That's how I'm saying it from now on, just to annoy people. I took a ride in a helicopter.
Cut back. The jig was up, but they continued denying it. Sir Morton mostly faded from international attention until she was told to appear before the court to present witness testimony. The judge pressed her to be truthful about their relationship, or she would be held in contempt.
Either tell me the truth or shut up.
So finally, she admitted it.
Yes, I had a sentimental relationship with the captain.
Stop.
But now, stop asking about my private life.
She was indeed the captain's lover.
What is...
I can't tell you how many sentimental relation... That's bullshit.
Stop, Trouble Alert Nation! Scatino cheated on his wife with Seymour Tan. Oh my god!
She and Scatino had been having an affair for several weeks. She also said that on the night she boarded, she didn't have a ticket.
Ticket, please.
And didn't need to pay because nobody questions you when you're the captain's lover.
Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy.
She gave another confusing interview after leaving court.
I want to say that today is the second time I die, because the first time I died in the night of the crash with my psychological brain and problems. And today I died the second time because, of course, people find out something that I try to hide.
Subsequent to the...
Wait. That voice.
Captain's lover. Naturally, she gave another confusing interview after leaving court.
I want to say that today is the second
She's a gypsy. Shake the broom at her. She's a gypsy.
time I died.
Listen to the voice. She's a gypsy.
Because the first time I died in the night of the crash,
She's
my
gypsy.
psychological brain and
You're shaking the
problems.
broom. Shaking
And
the broom.
today I died the
Shaking
second
the broom.
time. Because,
Shaking the broom.
of course,
You're
people
getting rid of the gypsy if
find
you're
out
shaking the
something
broom.
that I try to hide.
Subsequent to the trial, she used her fame in Moldova to
Never let the gypsy bang the captain. This is what happens. It happens throughout history. When you let the gypsy sleep with the captain, it's going to happen.
become a political activist, often appearing on television and radio and in articles covering protests, accompanied by pictures of her being arrested by police.
Shaking the broom. Shaking the broom. Now, boys, you're picking her up. You got to shake the broom at her. You're picking her up and you're moving her. You got to shake the broom. All the way out of Italy. You got to shake the broom all the way out of Italy. All the way. See the gypsies for breaking the glass.
It was some
starting
stuff
to
about
curse.
victims' violence, women's rights,
Girl power.
yada yada yada. And interestingly, part of a push to block the sale of shares of Moldova's train network to Russia. Sure. Other than that, I don't really know what she's been up to. Let me just check on her Oh God!
Oh,
not again.
shit. The gypsy's in a plane. The gypsy's in the air now, boys. Watch out.
Oh God! Not again.
No.
Several civil suits were quickly lodged against Costa Crociere, and their parent company, Carnival Cruises, immediately saw a share drop of 23%. Passengers sought compensation for their damaged mental health, lost belongings, and loved ones.
Either they allowed him to divert from his course, or they didn't know where their billion-dollar ship was.
Not to mention the gypsy curse that got placed on all of them.
In a few days, facing financial and media pressure, the CEO attempted to...
You know, Rome, that is probably not a bad bet to make. Luckily, I'm in a state where I can't even look that up to find out if it's true.
To join the bandwagon against the captain and the crew.
That was not the ordinary route that the ship was taking at the time.
I know a shit. I know a shit.
And was not only taking, but the time the ship was...
Claiming that the ship was not approved to deviate from the route. But that wasn't true. Approval isn't required if the ship is deviating by less than 15 miles, or that it was against company rules. Also untrue, because investigators found that they didn't have any rules about deviating route, and they tacitly encouraged sail-by salutes. Now, in response to the civil suits, Costa Crociere offered passengers 11,000 euros each as compensation.
Whoa! 14 grand for being in a shipwreck. That's shitty.
That's kind of small.
11,000 euros, about $14,000, is the minimum compensation under international law when a ship is abandoned.
This was to reimburse them for their tickets, as well as any costs they accrued in having to unexpectedly travel home early.
And that was supposed to release them from everything and anything that has to do with this accident. I cannot ask for more than this.
A lot of passengers, understandably, were not too happy with this deal, and they refused to take the money.
We think the offer is an insult. For what these poor passengers went through, we think that the compensation being offered is not commensurate.
Take it.
Compensation being offered is not commensurate.
Later, Costa Crociere would lodge a plea deal with the Tuscany court to pay a €1 million fine to avoid a criminal trial. The judge agrees. Costa Crociere is now off the hook for all criminal liability for the whole thing. They've washed their hands of the incident and flecked the residual droplets of responsibility onto the faces of 6 staff members. Passengers and relatives of the dead are livid that the company has been able to avoid criminal responsibility.
Offered is not commensurate.
Civil suits against the company continue. By the way, the residents of the island of Giglio also banded together and sought damages. They didn't get much. Eventually, passengers who refused the initial compensation of 11,000 joined civil parties against Scatino in his trial in 2015.
It's not commensurate.
They were awarded 30,000 euros each. Other cases, especially those involving lost relatives, are settled for undisclosed amounts.
Yeah, that hopefully that went into the millions for the families. How are we still 10 minutes away from the end of this? At Rome, we're getting very close. We're getting very close to seeing Abraham Lincoln take a hammer to his butt. We're getting close.
New York attorney Eva Renee traveled to Budapest to represent 6 real survivors of the disaster.
At Renee, we personally work on every case.
And we'll work harder than anyone to get you the most money possible in the shortest amount of time.
And while
we'll get you the biggest amount that you can get, which is going to be very small after we take our 40%. That's right, 40% of what you make, we get. So good luck.
On the job, a 7th case cropped up via email. An elderly woman, Alona, said,
"Help me, Mr. Ronai, for I have lost my daughter, Eva, and my 5-year-old granddaughter."
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. It's the AI gypsy. It's the AI gypsy, Rome. Hear the AI gypsy, Rome. It's talking. Hear the AI gypsy. It's talking to you.
Case cropped up via email. An elderly woman, Alona, said,
"Help me, Mr. Ronai, for I have lost my daughter, Eva, and my 5-year-old granddaughter, Roxana."
So Mr. Renai agreed to speak with her. However, there were some inconsistencies in her story. Neither Eva nor Roxana were on the passenger list. Odd, but Costa is known.
Not odd at all. It's a gypsy. It's a gypsy trick. It's old gypsy trick. Make AI sound like the gypsy, and then they take your money.
For having stowaways.
Gotcha, bitch.
Still, Mr. Renai was suspicious. They wouldn't cheaty old Petey, would they? Renai inquired further about why she was on board, especially without a ticket. Ilona said,
Well, I don't know, but you should ask her boyfriend.
Zolt Horvath.
Whoa, boy!
He'll know all the details.
I'm up all night.
Whoa, boy! Zolt? Zolt?
And
Zolt?
Zolt Horvath. 100% not a gypsy. 100%. This picture is not taken in downtown Ukraine. Not at all. Trust me, 100%.
Zolt Horvath.
he'll know all the details.
I'm up all night. I'm going crazy, he said. But Mr. Renai was still suspicious. Because then she asked, how much money do you think this is worth? This is a huge red flag, Petey. In 20 years of doing this, you've never had anyone ask about money.
Sure you
Why
have.
now? So Mr. Renai hired an investigator and sent photos around of the missing girl. The next day, the phone rang. Ahoy hoy, it was the boyfriend again. Look, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding and the child isn't missing at all. Uh-huh. And then he claimed he was confused because he had done too many drugs the night before.
There's no child missing. I made mistake because I did too many of the drugs last night. It was gypsy custom. Had to be done.
Oh, okay. Can I speak to the daughter then? At first, he was refused. So Renai said that he'd have to file a missing persons report to the police if he couldn't. The boyfriend relented. That night, Renai met with...
Attorney has very good skills. He knows. Only way to stop Gypsy is to ask to put the daughter on the phone. Gypsies cannot put the daughter on the phone. Daughter of Gypsy, repelled by phone. True fact.
Zolt, and brought the police with him. He speaks to the granddaughter and asks her if she's seen Mum. Yeah, I saw her today. Oh, really? Yeah, we went to the park today and we went on the swings. Oh no, the jig was up. So the mum walks into the...
Gypsy children, though. Gypsy children, very, very innocent, very, very open about their feelings. Gypsy children tell the truth.
Room sheepishly. It's a miracle. And the story changed again. Okay, I'm not dead, but I did injure my leg when I jumped from the ship. And then I immediately flew back to Budapest. Although don't worry about checking my leg because there are no...
Of course it was Budapest. Of course it was Budapest. Of course it was Budapest. How did... Oh my God. It was for real the gypsies that were really doing it. It was no joke. So YouTube, you cannot hit me with any kind of racism charge because honestly, it was literally Hungarian gypsies that were doing this trick. So you cannot pull any kind of bullshit on me.
No visible marks or injuries. Oh, Petey, I'm beginning to think they weren't even on the boat. Also, it turns out this lady isn't her mum, it's just a neighbor. Eventually, Renee managed to make the pair confess. And then they said, hey, we haven't done anything wrong. We haven't taken any money. And in the end, it looks like there'll be no criminal punishment for the scam because Hungary, a former communist country, has no laws against insurance fraud on the books.
That's because it's Hungary. It's... Whole country is a scam. Whole country is a scam. Like you fly in, you scammed. It's a whole thing. It's built in. Whole universe there, built in on the scam of the gypsies.
Room that never sleeps. Call 1-800-6647.
Oh, that's a bad idea. Oh, that's a very bad idea.
Mario, would you teach me some Italian?
Oh, of course.
Means get back on board for fuck's sake.
Okay, thanks.
Gregorio de Feldo, the naval officer who shouted at Scatino to Vada a bordo caso, became a bit of a national hero overnight in Italy. He, like the rest of the world...
All right, I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to see if ChatGPT will make me an image. Let's see, where you at? Where you at, ChatGPT? Where you at on my phone? Where you hiding now? Apple done moved you all around on me, baby. Let's see. Make a realistic image of a tuxedo cat shaking a broom at a gypsy. Let's see if it pulls it up. I cannot generate an image depicting a stereotype or term like gypsy. Gypsy's a real thing. Okay, let's change it. Make me a realistic image of a tuxedo cat shaking a broom at a Hungarian. See if this works. Would I like to describe the person dressed traditionally? Yes, yes. Yes. Make the person that the tuxedo cat is shaking the broom at be dressed in typical Hungarian garb. Let's see. Let's see if it does it. It's just a cat. That's just a cat sweeping with a gypsy. Let me see. Make the cat shake the broom towards the lady. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Is it going to call me a racist again? I'm gonna have to send it to my computer, so it's going to take me a second, but I'm trying to get it. Let me get this playing.
Expected Scatino to go down with the ship. And when the captain chickened out, DeFalco was there to admonish him. And when he stopped answering the radio, he called him on his cell phone to continue putting him on blast. When the captain first reported just a blackout, DeFalco didn't believe the story and immediately began preparing a rescue effort, which likely saved several lives. His actions were applauded by most Italians who were tired of their public servants being corrupt and avoiding responsibility. Accordingly, shirts sporting...
It's going to take a few minutes to get over to my computer. It always does it like this. It takes a minute, but it's not a terrible one, but like I can't use Twitter's Grok right now because my old accounts got banned and they won't recognize my new email. So anyway, that's a whole different subject.
Vada a bordo caso were being printed by the end of the week, others setting it as their phone's ringtone. But then, in September 2014, without warning, DeFalco was transferred to an admin role in the Coast Guard.
Hear what I said? You've been demoted.
DeFalco said that he had been passed up for promotion, that he had also not been told which admin office he was even being transferred to, and that it all effectively cancelled 10 years of his career. DeFalco was tres furioso, and there was public speculation that it was owing to bad blood between himself and Admiral Delano, his former boss. His status among the public overshadowed his superior in many ways. On the other hand, his boss said, no, it's part of a normal career progression for naval officers and that he must show more maturity and professionalism to advance his career. Now, it's hard to know what's true in office politics, so let's leave that alone. And anyway, in 2018, DeFalco said buenas noches, ya later, to the Italian Navy to become a politician. In March that year, he was elected to the Italian Senate, serving as a member for Livorno. He still serves there today.
That's what I got. There you go, right there. There's a tuxedo cat shaking the broom at the gypsy, saying, "Get out, gypsy, get out of my house." Saying, "What are you doing here? Are you trying to commandeer my stove? Stop it. Get out. Get out of here. I know your type. I know your type, gypsy. I know your type."
Hey,
I'm the company now.
The day after the disaster, Scatino was taken into custody by police and underwent questioning. However, it was clear that this would not be a straightforward investigation.
That is really awesome. Like, I'm quite proud of this. Get out of my house. My name is Velcro. My owner does not want you in here. He knows what you do. He knows. He knows about you breaking the stuff. You break his mirrors and then you blame it on him. Next thing, he's got 7 years of the bad luck of the gypsy luck, and it's bad. It's very bad. You come in here playing accordion. Yeah, we know your type. Get on out. Get before I start to shake of the broom. I'll shake of the broom very soon. So just leave now, and there will be no problems, gypsy woman.
So the judge released him under house arrest at his home in Sorrento, a town in Napoli. By July of that year, the house arrest was relaxed and he was allowed within this general area. While under house arrest, he wrote a book with this journalist from Rai magazine. I have no idea what it says. I don't speak Italian. But goddammit, he must have...
It says, I got tricked by the gypsy woman. She came on my boat, and she tricked me with the gypsy poon. The gypsy poon got me all topsy-turvy, and got my second in command all boogity-boo, and then we wreck.
It's some kind of charisma going on, because there's been a lot of speculation in the press that he had an affair with her as well.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Hold on, I got it. Not content.
How is that man banging everybody in this story?
With abandoning his ship, this dude is determined to abandon his wife as well. So, Schettino and 5 others are facing criminal charges. Straight away, everyone lodges a plea bargain with the court, and all of those plea bargains are accepted, except for Schettino's. And the condition of everyone's reduced sentences are that they must provide witness testimony against Schettino.
He touched me.
Ciro, Jacob, and Sylvia were all given suspended sentences. Roberto and Manrico are able to opt for community service or house arrest. Not a bad deal.
A good deal. Good deal.
And that meant that Schettino was now all on his own. Ciro, the first officer, was the first to give his testimony. On the witness stand, he claimed that Schettino was distracted by his mistress.
Yes, look at her walking in with gypsy boobs out. Gypsy boobs, very hard to look away from. Very hard. You must resist. Once you see the gypsy boobs, grab the broom, and start the shaking.
And other guests on the bridge.
Oh my God.
There was confusion over who was in command. Then it was Jacob's turn. And he said, Lamau XD, because he didn't actually bother with his testimony or his reduced sentence. He just fled the country. It took authorities 12 months to eventually track him down on the outskirts of Jakarta. And when they said, oi, we still want that witness testimony, he just scalped again. And he hasn't been found since. After that, Ferrarini gave his testimony, then look, we don't have time to relitigate the whole trial, so let's just go straight to the verdict. Guilty! Schettino was found guilty of multiple manslaughter, causing a shipwreck, abandoning ship, and lying to authorities. He is sentenced to 16 years and 1 month in prison. But wait, there's still the appeals.
So we got 16 years. And what, 30-something people died? Okay.
The appeals trial begins. And the verdict on the appeal? Surprise! Rejected. So Schettino's lawyers appealed again. And the verdict on the final appeal?
Schettino made multiple attempts to secure a plea deal, but was denied by the prosecution each time. The prosecution called for Schettino to be sentenced to 26 years in prison, calling the incident a Titanic affair.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
Schettino was not present. His lawyers stated that he was waiting outside of the jail for the ruling, so that if his plea was rejected, he could immediately start serving his sentence. And with that, 5 years and 4 months after the disaster, he was finally in a cell.
I will not be making any comment. Oh, God, that hurt.
The salvage operation was enormous. It took over 2 years and cost an estimated $1.2 billion. Beginning in early 2012, they first spent 2 months pumping fuel from the ship's tanks. At the same time, they had to pump seawater in so that the balance wasn't affected and the ship didn't slide around. In early 2013, a platform was built under the ship to prevent it from falling further. Sponsons were then attached to the sides of the ship and cables attached to the underwater platform. The sponsons were then dragged underwater and opened up.
Holy shit, Rome. I think I just found for what we're going to watch after. It's just something called the town the gypsies took over. Yep. We're going there tonight.
To allow the ocean to fill them, the ship could then roll over properly. By late 2013, the ship was upright once more. The sponsons were then attached to the side of the ship to help keep it balanced. It now rested partially above water and crews could walk around safely. By July 2014, the water was removed from the sponsons and compressed air was pumped in to lift the ship. And she was ready to cruise again. This time to a port in Genoa. It was a 4-day towing journey to the docks where a 2-year process of dismantling and recycling would begin. That same weekend of the towing, Schettino was busy. He was the guest of honor at a white party on an island in the Bay of Naples. He appeared on the front page of a local newspaper, flanked by 2 of Italy's most eligible bachelorettes.
Holy mother of mackerel. Woo! All right. Crack my neck. Oh my God. That's a lot. I'd forgotten how much was involved in that. All right. I need to take a very short break. So let me find. Oh, yes, I can do this. Dun, 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 dun. Is that showing? Yeah, it's showing. Cool. That's showing. Cool. I'll be right back.
Show starts in 8 minutes. Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. Show starts in 7 minutes.
It's refreshment time, folks.
Taste that beats the others go. Pepsi pours it on. Taste that beats the others go. Pepsi pours it on.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now. Show starts in 6 minutes.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here now.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't
Sure
tell me.
can.
Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
All right. So we have Yep. Which brings us to Abraham Lincoln getting hammered in the ass. Okay, so when I get pulled down, I will be right back. Because I have a feeling it's gonna happen, but we're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna try it anyway because this is so funny. Maybe I can skip through the play at the beginning. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's the ticket. I'll skip through some of the beginning of it. So, all right, make sure I've got it shared. Oh, you heard my neck crack? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm going to be a terrible old man. Terrible old man. I do too. Pause it a lot. Rome, like, should I pause a lot? Like, okay. Oh, God. Why did you have to? Oh, shit. I muted it. Oh, shit. I have fucked up. I have fucked up. True story. Oh, shit. This. I can't believe that me making this picture right here has led into this and talking about the other things. This is going to be very funny. Very funny. Very funny. Very messed up. Let's see about the town that the gypsies took over. If there are any gypsies in the chat that want to come up and talk about their culture, come up and talk about your gypsy culture. I do too. That looks like such fun. It's probably not. It's just a way of life, but it looks like such fun. Okay, how come he can say gypsy over and over and over again, but I type gypsy into the internet and it turns up, you racist, you dirty piece of shit racist. Wanting to hear. Guessing he's returning to the gypsy vanner's the horse. I don't know. Are you talking about gypsy? Wait, are you talking about the horse or the carriage? I was referring to the carriage. I don't know if that's I don't know horses. I used to have horses. Does it really? Shit. Damn it. Well, be back in a second. Never make fun of the gypsies. I'll see you later, Rome. You have a fantastic night. Let me see if I'm back. Okay, so I just need to end this one.